intro us.
Putting all the pressure on me. That's great. Hi. Hello. I'm talking into a microphone, and this is the very first episode of hopefully a few episodes of this podcast, which we are calling The Better Picture. So I'm Sydney Nickerson, and of course I'm not the only person here. I have another. Don't nod your head no. Like, you're here. You're right here.
I'm here. I'm Steven.
Steven is sitting across from me on this table. He's sitting in the comfy chair. I get the hard school chair.
That was your choice.
Well, you chose the comfy chair before I got to choose, so.
That is true.
So yes. So, the Better Picture podcast. This is the first episode. This is a clearly, because we don't fucking know how to intro this thing.
It's okay. You're doing good. You're doing good.
Thanks, Dad. So, basically, our concept for this podcast is, wait, Steven, you ever heard of the Academy Awards?
Heard of it.
Yeah.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, like, the Academy Awards, the Oscars, yeah.
The Academy Awards,
I'm so charming on this.
It's gonna be a rough one, but...
It's gonna be a rough one. It already is a rough one. We're 2.5 minutes in.
Oh, God. Okay.
We're wasting time,
It's
Steven.
good. Just keep going. Just keep going, Sydney.
So...
You're doing good.
So, these Academy Oscars, every year they put out these big-ass lists of every movie eligible for an Oscar within that year. There are these huge lists with, like, 300 movies. Some of them you've heard of, some of them you never heard of. We're not going to cover the ones we've never heard of, because, like...
We might.
Yeah?
We might. It's on the list.
Okay, sure. But we've taken a few of those movies. Of course, not all of those movies on the list, because some of them are just going to be, like, boring shit. Like, we don't need to watch.
Yeah.
And we're going to decide the better picture for each year. Join us, you know? You gotta...
Yeah. Join us.
Oh. That's going to sound very creepy, isn't it?
He
just leaned into his mic.
No, it's okay.
Is that how you're going to talk?
Yeah.
You're just going to, every time you have to make a point, you're just going to lean in and just be like...
Yes.
So, yes.
I'm also just testing the sensitivity of my microphone. I know this is too late. I should, we should just get on to it. I know, we should just get on to it.
I have to be, like, out of here by 3.
You got 3 hours. You're good. All right.
So yeah, we're just each episode we decided on 3 movies from the calendar year of 2018. So these are films that were released in America between January 1st, 2018, and December 31st of 2018. Of course, that was the year of Spider-Verse. That was a big one.
Such
Hereditary. Yeah,
Green Book.
Yeah.
And Bohemian Rhapsody.
Exactly. Those were the 2 biggest Oscar movies. I think if you look at
Okay, so why 2018? We both decided on this.
Yeah.
But we should say why we picked 2018.
Well, first of all, like, the Oscars were terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they were.
Like, Green Book won Best Picture, infamously.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll talk about that.
Right.
Hopefully in the future. Like, if we keep on doing this.
Yeah.
And Bohemian Rhapsody was also a huge winner. It won 4 Oscars, I believe. the most
Right.
of that evening.
Mm-hmm.
And that's an even worse movie. That's a terrible movie. I think so.
Oh yeah.
I hit the book that my microphone's on. And we both just think, this year is, like, kind of fantastic in terms of movies. Like, we've rattled off a few, like Spider-Verse, Hereditary.
One of my favorites, Mandy, Suspiria. I
Yeah.
really like. Sorry to bother you.
Roma is one of my favorites. You Were Never Really Here. And, of course, two movies we're covering this episode. Your pick,
My pick,
which is...
8th grade.
Yes. And my pick, which is The Favorite. And, of course, our randomly generated...
From the list of the big wheel.
The Big Wheel.
The big wheel. Yeah.
Which we are referring to now as The Big Wheel, apparently.
Well, we can maybe come up with a better name, but
I don't think there's a better name. The Big Wheel.
No.
Our randomly generated movie that we will be talking about in this episode is Pacific Rim Uprising.
It's definitely a random pick.
Yeah, we'll see if
I don't-
we end up, like, nominating this for a few Oscars or a few of our Golden Raspberries. Maybe. More likely.
So yeah,
we'll start with Pacific Rim.
join us.
Join it. Stop saying that.
Join us.
No.
This is gonna.
If
We're
you-
gonna have like a. We'll have like a music thing here.
Pacific Rim Uprising. I understand that this is a movie that exists.
It certainly is, Sydney. It certainly is.
So
I don't know what you think of the movie yet. We kind of like held off from talking about it.
what do you think I think about this movie?
Not good.
It's not a great movie.
Not a great movie.
It's I don't think it's like horrible, unwatchable trash.
Okay.
I just think it's like, I don't know. It's just like, I feel like enough thought was put into it.
I don't.
Like,
I do not.
like we should start with, like, I don't know. What are your thoughts on, like, the first Pacific Rim? Because, like, you rewatched it.
I watched it for the first time for this.
I thought you said you watched it before.
I've watched part of it before.
Oh, okay.
So I've seen part of it before.
Okay.
I've never fully finished it. So this was like my first like real time watching it, right?
Oh, okay.
And I really like it.
It's a good movie.
Obviously, right?
Yeah.
It's fun. It's action packed.
It's Del Toro.
It's Del Toro.
It's
I can't help but going just like hell yeah when you watch it.
yeah.
It's one of those movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's for the boys.
I saw it. I haven't seen it in like 2-3 years.
Right.
I figured that was recent enough that I didn't have to like fully rewatch it, but
I mean, fair
I
enough,
watched
yeah.
a few clips I found online. I watched the opening scene because I wanted to see how they did the action in
Yeah.
the first movie,
Yeah.
which is much better.
Yeah.
It's actually shot well. It's like
shot well.
edited well.
It is.
It's got like, you understand the mechanics of the
Jaegers.
The Jaegers? Are those the robots?
Yeah. Jaegers.
Okay.
You watched the second one, man. You watched this recently. They say it so many times. I don't.
Well, I forget if the Jaegers are like the robots or the monsters.
No, the monsters are the kaijus.
That makes sense,
Yeah,
but I don't
there
know.
you go.
I didn't know if like it was the name of a monster. Like Charlie Day is like, oh, we gotta get the Jaeger.
That's good.
That's not good.
That was a good impression.
Ah, Frank! Frank! Did you let the Jaeger loose? Yeah, so this is just like Evangelion, but like good.
What?
No, never mind. Moving on.
Okay. Yeah.
So, Pacific Rim Uprising is a sequel to the film Pacific Rim. It doesn't have the legendary, amazing Guillermo del Toro
God, no.
as director, but he's still like a producer. He's a
Let's see,
creative.
I was wondering that. Yeah.
He's a producer. He's a creative consultant.
How did they fuck it up so hard then?
I should say, Pacific Rim, produced by John Boyega, Cale Boyder, Guillermo del Toro, John Jashny, Femi Ogans, Mary Perrin, and Thomas Tull. A lot of producers. That's always a good thing.
There's a lot of
and
producers.
directed by Stephen S. DeKnight. It is his feature debut
And only.
film.
Yikes.
Yeah.
For now, at least.
Did you look into this guy?
I vaguely, I guess. Like, I just saw he did nothing else in terms of movies.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's a relatively big TV guy. Like he was.
That makes sense.
He was in with Joss Whedon in the 90s.
Oh. Really?
I'm not saying that in an accusatory way. I'm just saying
I wasn't thinking of that, but now I am.
I was just saying he worked on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and he was a writer on Angel and Firefly maybe.
Okay.
Angel, I know. He directed a few episodes of Angel and the Netflix Daredevil show right before this, which is probably how he got the job for this. And he was a showrunner for the Spartacus show, which I assume you
Spartacus show?
Yeah, I assume correctly you've never heard of, because I'd never heard of it.
Yeah.
It's
God, no.
I don't know, it's one of those I don't think it's TV Land, but it's one of those kind of networks back in 2010
TV Land. That's
it's
another thing I've never heard of
it's
course.
I don't know, if you ask one of your coworkers about Spartacus Blood and Sand, they'll be yeah, it show's awesome. He ran the show with Sam Raimi.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit, okay.
Yeah.
So he's a big TV guy.
Yeah,
It's his first
relatively
movie.
big. It's his first movie.
Okay. Interesting.
I don't think he made this very well.
I don't think so either. I don't want to start off the podcast on a very negative note.
I would
but at
love
the
to
same
do that.
time,
I'm gonna end off the first episode by talking about The Favorite. So
right, we will hold our opinions for that at the end.
Yeah, we have
Ooh.
What?
No.
Yeah, but we have two movies that at least I think are good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna be so disappointed.
Oh no!
No,
God damn it! No. Okay.
I'm just fucking with you.
I
Okay.
absolutely know you are. Okay.
I love to fuck with you, Sydney.
Thank you.
One of my favorite things. Anyways.
Yeah.
I do want to say, again, watching Pacific Rim for the first time, very good on the action level, right?
Yeah.
The story is good, the premise, right?
Yeah, the premise. Yeah.
The premise is good. I think the characters fucking suck in that movie.
Well, yeah.
The original Pacific Rim.
Yeah,
right?
but who cares?
But who cares, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing. Who cares? All the other shit is there.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel I'm willing to let it slide.
Yeah.
With this one, I don't know, man. The other stuff was just not there for me.
Yeah.
And I feel everything just everything was not good. It took me I think 2 attempts to watch this, just because you see, I tried to watch this with some friends, right? Uprising, yeah.
You tortured your own friends.
I know, I fully fucking.
It's not. I don't think.
No,
it's
no.
It's
Listen,
just
okay, I kind of did, but one of my friends was we were talking about he brought up Pacific Rim. I'm like, oh, Pacific Rim. I just watched that for the first time a few days ago, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I want to watch Uprising. I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah,
Okay.
all right.
Yeah.
I was planning on watching that. Let's do it. So, we put this movie on. I think they're expecting something totally different, of course, because
yeah.
I watched this with two friends. One has not seen Pacific Rim. The other has seen the first one, but a long time ago, right? So I had to really hype up this movie because there's no way they would just agree to this otherwise. I was lying to them a bit, right?
Oh no.
I had to watch this movie either way. I thought it would be more fun to watch it with friends.
Yeah.
So I lied a bit.
How'd you hype this up?
Pacific Rim is awesome.
Yeah, Pacific Rim is awesome.
But that's what you're the other guy who's seen it, he loves Pacific Rim, right?
Yeah.
So, you expect something. If you don't know anything about Pacific Rim Uprising, maybe you just expect Pacific Rim again. You know what I mean? It was not that at all. I think we got 55 minutes into it, and we had to turn it off. It was a collective choice, by the way. No one was enjoying this thing. We realized we had to pause because I had to go pee. And then we realized we were 55 minutes into this thing. It feels like it was 2 hours. And there was just a collective groan in the room. God damn it. So, yeah, they turned this shit off. They were not happy with it. We ended up watching, I think, Scooby-Doo, Pirates Ahoy or something instead. And we had a better time with that.
Yeah.
We had so much more fun with that.
That's the thing about
no
Uprising.
one was complaining.
Yeah. That's the thing about Uprising. It's a bad movie.
Yeah.
But it's not that kind of bad that you put this on with some friends and have a good time.
Yeah, that's
it's it's not I don't know, Madam Web, to use a recent.
Sure. But I do think if we waited a bit longer, I think we might have finished the movie because it takes a while to get fucking going. All the action heavy stuff is at the end, right?
You think it gets going?
I wouldn't say gets going, but it has a big third act, right? It does. I feel a lot of I don't know, the first hour is just slow, It's a lot of needless character stuff. I again don't care about any of these characters besides maybe Charlie Day.
Okay.
He's the only two characters I liked from the first one were Charlie Day and Ron Perlman.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
They were fantastic.
That's one of the other scenes I rewatched. I found it on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm just I want to watch Ron Perlman get eaten by a monster
fetus.
It's
great. And his name is oh fuck, what's his name? His name is Hannibal Chow. This
Chow?
Yeah, right? Well, it takes it's in
Okay.
Hong Kong, I think, right? So his name is
right.
Hannibal Chow, which
Ron
is
Perlman.
a badass name. One of the greatest names I think ever. Hannibal Chow.
I think he's one of those white guys who can just get away with it.
You know what's funny?
Him and Alfred Molina.
You know what's funny? I think in Scooby-Doo Pirates Ahoy, Ron Perlman played the bad guy. I'm just remembering that right now.
We're getting so off topic.
No, this is Ron Perlman. All right.
Ron Perlman isn't even in Uprising.
He should have been, man.
He died in the first one.
All right.
Okay.
Anyways, second was boring as fuck. I think the first hour is it feels so disjointed, to say the least, right?
Okay.
You don't feel that?
I feel
there's so much wrong with it, but
the first two acts are, I don't know. I feel I
don't say fine.
Fine. What?
Okay.
No. It's, you're saying the last half of the movie is where it really gets going.
The last 30 minutes.
The last 30 minutes, last act, whatever. I heavily disagree. I feel it's just a constant,
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
sure. But
4 out of 10.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But the last act is at least what Pacific Rim should be. because this fucking movie fails to deliver on the basic premise of Pacific Rim, which is big robots versus monster. You know what I mean?
It's constantly got big robots versus monster.
It constantly has big robots, but it takes like an hour and a half for a fucking kaiju to come in.
Kaiju was like attacking. No way.
No,
that was
because
another robot.
It's robots versus robots. Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. It fails to deliver. When I first watched the first half of this movie, I'm like, oh, this movie is fucking terrible. Not only because it's like a bad movie, but it fails to deliver on literally what Pacific Rim is.
Yeah.
You have to do one thing as a Pacific Rim movie, I think, and it's big monsters versus big robots, right? And that's it. But like, what it sets up is there's big robots and then other big robots that are going rogue and attacking the other big robots, right?
Yeah.
That's not Pacific Rim, man. Like, in the last movie, they closed the breach, right? They closed the breach. No more monsters, no more kaijus. Yeah. You can't have a second one, which is also so fucking stupid, because I'm just like thinking, I'm like, how do you make a second Pacific Rim movie when the last one ends where they literally solve the main conflict? They close the breach. There's no more kaijus. Okay. I mean, they figure out something, but it still feels like kind of useless.
Yeah. Want me to say how they made the second Pacific Rim?
Sure.
What? So, Pacific Rim 1. Like, it doesn't do great in, like, America. Like, domestically. Sure. Like, it doesn't do huge numbers. It makes, like, 100 mil, I want to say.
For a budget of...
like, 160.
That makes sense, yeah.
But, it makes money. You know why?
Why?
China.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like, China...
That makes sense.
Like, it is insane. The amount of money this made in, like, China alone is, like, is fucking insane. Like, China loves, like, Pacific Rim. Like, and that's why they greenlit it. They're like...
Because, like... The second one?
Yeah, like... Well, because it made money, and, like, it's...
Is that why China's such, like, a huge force in the second
one? Absolutely.
That fucking makes sense. I was wondering about that.
Yeah.
Makes so much more sense.
I mean, like, 2018, I don't know if it was like this for you, like, experiencing this year in film, but, like, I think this was, like, the year when people started to, like, really get aware of the influence that China had over, like, Hollywood.
Is this like The Meg? Did The Meg come out this year?
The Meg also came out this year.
Right, yeah.
We will also be covering that at some point. But yeah, like China, like there's talk there, like Bohemian Rhapsody also came out this year. Like they had to, like, all the gay stuff with Freddie Mercury, the most.
You can't have the gay stuff
with Freddie Mercury. That's the whole reason you make the movie, the gay stuff.
It's for the gay stuff.
And all that stuff, you could just cut that down. And, like, Pacific Rim Uprising has, like...
No gay stuff.
Well, no gay stuff, which is whatever. But, like, the whole movie... Well, like, the army base is in Hong Kong, first of all. Like, so you get a lot of Chinese actors, which is, like... I don't know. You let a lot of dialogue is also in Mandarin.
Right.
Like,
I've noticed that.
Charlie Day
speaks like...
Charlie Day tries to speak Mandarin, which is a little funny. But
little funny, yeah.
Yeah. And he has, like, a boss played by Jing Tian, who's, like, a pretty, like, prominent actress in... China, and
that makes a lot of sense.
It's so weird. Like, her character is so weird because she starts off as this, like, domineering boss.
I know.
And you're like, I'm like,
I thought, okay,
they let this slide. Like, I
thought this was gonna be like the anti-China propaganda. This movie, Because, like, they're, like, building all these Jaegers that go, like, rogue and start, like, destroying them in, like, mass. And I'm like, what the fuck is this, right? Mm-hmm. That's why I'm saying it feels so disjointed, right?
Yeah.
Like, what is that?
It feels like they wrote the script with her as the villain.
Yeah.
The villain. Like, she's the domineering boss. And it feels weird because it's like she's the maid. It, like, part of it feels like it's really trying to appeal to, like, the Chinese, like, censorship government laws, like, and a Chinese demographic. But the most major Chinese character, played by, like, a Hong Kong actress or Chinese actress, is, like, kind of mean. But then she becomes good somehow. And Charlie Day is the twist villain.
Which is...
It's so odd.
It's so odd. I kind of like him as the villain, though. A bit.
I don't really...
Like, just because, like, he's so goofy. He was the only thing that kept me, like, invested in some way.
Really? Okay.
Dude, him walking up, him being like, honey, I'm home.
That's, like, one scene, though. That's one weird scene. Like, Pacific Rim, the whole character's weird. Like, He's a little rat in the movie.
I like him being a little rat villain who just wants to end the world.
Yeah, Pacific Rim, the first one has these, like... That's the other thing I like about it. It has these, like, great character actors like Charlie Day and Ron Perlman and the British guy with a cane. I forgot his name.
Right, who's also in this.
But, like, him and Charlie Down, they, like, get toned down so much.
They definitely do, yeah.
They're playing, like, the basic... I don't know, white guy scientists.
Yeah.
Sure. And, like, they have to force this, like, weird twist villain with Charlie Day. Like, it's barely set up with that one scene, but that one scene feels so, like...
Okay, like yeah, it is. I'm not, like, defending it. I'm just saying it was, like...
They could have just, like, put it in last minute. Right.
Probably, yeah.
Like, it has, like, nothing to do with the plot other than to set up the fact that his brain has been taken over by
it continues from the last movie, right? He was, like, he drifted with the brain.
Yeah, but I don't remember anything from the story of the first movie.
Oh, okay.
Like most people, you know?
I do. But then again...
Well, because you just watched it.
I just watched it.
Yeah. All I remember from the first one is, like, cool robots, and then Ron Perlman has, like, a cool look. Yeah. Moving, I really didn't like Charlie Day in this movie.
I mean, fair enough.
Like, that's...
I didn't like anything in this movie. I'm just saying, he was, like, the one thing that was, like...
I liked some things.
You did?
Yeah. Okay. First off, I really liked John Boyega.
Oh, my God.
Really?
Dude, I do not like him in this movie.
He's so charming.
No, he's not.
What?
No, he's not.
I don't know.
I'm not, like, shitting on John Boyega, because I think he has, like, his strengths. Yeah. But in this movie, I don't know why he's in this. He's not charming in this at all.
Really?
No.
Explain.
That's why I was happy when it would go to Charlie Day and not John Boyega. Like, taking the focus off of John Boyega and that girl, right?
Kaylee Spaney.
Yeah, sorry. I know.
I know, right?
I know.
I didn't realize she was in anything before Priscilla.
Yeah. Oh, well, okay.
I guess she was, like, just in this, the Pacific Rim sequel.
I guess so, but anyways, God. Yeah, I know, I did not like their characters. Again, this is, like, continuing from the last movie. Like, I didn't like the main two leads anyways that much, or, like, you don't feel, like, too attached to them, whatever. Mm-hmm. But, like, the whole, like, the way the whole movie is set around these two as the main characters feels so weird for so many reasons. Like, John Boyega is supposed to be Idris Elba's, like, son from the last movie.
Yeah.
But it's never, like, there's no mention of, like, Idris Elba having a son in the last one.
Yeah.
At all. Like, at all. So they just, like, put this in last minute, obviously. They're like, oh, how do we make, like, this, like, sequel, right?
Yeah.
And then you have this big character and now it's his son, and there's like
it always
relations.
has to be like the son of someone from the first movie.
But it's like it's so dumb, right? And I don't feel like he has any charm. I'm sorry. He says like he has quips, and I think they just fucking fall flat.
I don't know. In this movie, which is all just like flat, like those.
That's what Charlie Day is, man. That's what Charlie Day is.
Charlie Day is so flat in this movie.
He is so flat too, but at least he's better. He's like
he's
like a bump. He's like a pebble in the road.
Like, I'm sure Charlie Day can play characters that aren't little rats, but like,
no,
this movie needs a little rat. This movie needs a little rat, and it has to be Charlie Day.
Rat. Yeah,
like it's got to be like Charlie Kelly.
Yeah.
I like John Boyega. I like John Boyega in this movie.
I don't like his inclusion. I don't like his character. I don't feel any like.
I don't like his character, but I don't
think he's good in it.
I just think he's a welcome presence.
I do not.
Like I just think he's automatically charming and just like he's I like his whenever they let him like riff a bit, like it's fun. It's never fun. Okay. Like
it's not fun. I'm sorry. I did not have any fun with that.
Like I just like how he's just like annoyed by this kid. You know?
Yeah, but then it's like it's very obvious that it's all gonna come like to him.
Yeah,
like
it's obvious.
Like they're gonna grow like this.
Well,
like,
that barely happens.
Connection.
They don't know how to write that.
They didn't know how to write it, but it's I don't know. It's fucking.
Yeah, I rewatched like the first clip, the first scene of the first movie, and with all the exposition about like how you have to pilot a Jaeger, you have to have a really close bond with the other person, and like I didn't realize that was a thing in this one, like
because
like none of these characters that are piloting together have like he pilots it with like Scott Eastwood.
Yeah.
Like Clint Eastwood's son.
Oh, I didn't even realize that, yeah.
Scott Eastwood? It was like...
Okay, yeah.
Squinty eyes. Like,
well, now that you say it, yeah.
He's always talking to John Boyega, like, you better not steal anything. You don't belong here. Like, don't tell the black guy to not steal anything.
They should have just gotten 90-year-old Clint Eastwood in this, man.
Hey, shut up. Yeah.
This could have been a better story if it was Scott Eastwood and Clint Eastwood. It's a better father and son. But they just hate each other the whole time.
Sure, yeah.
It's just actually Clint Eastwood on fucking set complaining the whole time.
Yeah, Clint Eastwood and John Boyega. That's the team I want.
Yeah. Oh.
But yeah.
I didn't like John Boyega.
Yeah.
And that's what I think like as the movie progresses, it kind of like puts less focus on John Boyega's character.
Yeah.
A lot less. Like, it opens with him doing, like, like, that big, like, exposition dump, right?
That opening is kind of fun.
It's so weird. Why is he trading, like, Oreos and shit? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why is he trading, like... What is that? What is that about?
Because the world is broken. It's a desolate wasteland. Like,
it's not, though.
I need food. I need...
It's not.
It
never shows it past like that opening scene. I don't.
Yeah, think. I know, but like I like the opening. I watched that. I'm like, wait, is this movie kind of under? No. It's not.
It's not. Like, it's fully not.
But the opening is the best part. It's
okay.
It's like got the weird like editing.
It
like,
does have
split screen, which is I liked that.
It's so goofy.
And I thought John Boyega was charming and funny.
Maybe if it went like the direction it went in the opening, it could have been something else.
Yeah. Like, it's not completely like Guillermo del Toro's style, but like you don't have to like completely. If you made just like,
I don't think it has to be in his style.
No,
at all. Like,
no one can replicate Del Toro.
No.
Del Toro's a genius.
I love that man.
Yeah, he's your best friend.
Yeah.
You met him?
We've shaken hands.
Yeah. Yes. I don't know if this is breaking an NDA, but you were on...
Yo, shh. All right.
You're on...
Hey.
Is it breaking?
I don't know.
Yeah? Can we just say, like, non-specific scene? You're an extra in Frankenstein.
There it is, yeah.
And you shook his hand.
I shook his hand, yeah.
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 I haven't been on a Del Toro set.
Oh,
like, what do I have to do?
Sydney?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what you have to do.
Like, give him a Pacific Rim job?
Oh!
Give him a...
Fuck, you planned this.
Yeah, give him a... like, Hellboy, like a golden handy,
Nice.
Tickle his scronus. That's all I have. Those are all reaches.
Those are good. Yeah. It's good. Maybe one day you can tickle his scronus.
I know he's just... He's gonna listen to this.
Of course, yeah.
This boy Sydney wants to tickle my scronus. Moving on from Del Toro, because he barely... Well,
yeah.
I feel like his big influence was on, like, the production design. Which, that's the other thing I kind of like about this movie.
Sure. I
yeah,
guess.
like...
I don't know.
There's some cool props that are kind of left over. Like...
Sure. A lot of it is very heavily CG, though.
Yeah,
like
a lot...
CG environments and stuff
yeah,
like that.
but the real sets, they're not, like... horrible. Like, some of them are just, like, the basic, like, sci-fi sets.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, there's no real, like, style to it all.
No.
Which is kind of what you want in a Pacific Rim movie, where the story doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think the first one had a very heavy sense of style.
Yeah, because it's Del Toro. This is...
But not just that.
It's a guy that did a few episodes of Angel.
Yeah, but, like, and it's, like... I think it's, like, in its set pieces. Like, you think of Pacific Rim, you think of, like... It's very grand. Mm-hmm. It's kind of, like, moody. You think of, like, these, like, dark neon cities. Like, dark neon, like, Hong Kong, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I remember
the ocean, stuff like that.
From
it's
the
probably
first...
raining, stuff like that.
Yeah, I remember specifically from the first movie, that big, like... I don't think it's a real set, but it... Okay. Like, the location where they keep all the Jaegers when they're just walking around, and there's all these extras, and you feel the scope of this thing.
Yeah.
This one, you don't feel that at all. Everything feels fake. Like, everything that isn't a real prop or set is very obvious.
Yes.
I think.
I think so, too. I mean, yeah.
Like, I'm just going to say it right now. I think the effects in this movie are bad. Like, the CGI.
Really? I think it works in a lot of places.
Sure, but, like...
Like, I don't know if I'd call it bad.
There's a few moments where I'm just sitting on my couch. I'm like, holy shit, they fucking got away with this. They like put this in a theater. There's this specific scene.
I think in the same scene I am just.
I'm gonna say my
one in mind.
I have a specific shot. Which is just like so small. It's not even an action shot. It's like Charlie Day is like, he's like in the lab, and it zooms out of the window.
That one's so obvious.
It's so obvious. It's so fucking bad.
Obvious. It's the one I think of. Yeah, like when I'm thinking of that.
It's the compositing of that shot onto that like CG background where it zooms out.
Yeah,
is so terrible. I swear they like squish and stretch.
Yeah,
that Charlie Day shot.
That's the one that comes to mind for me.
Yeah,
it's the big one, I guess, but
yeah,
it's not like the worst shot I've seen. Like the worst VFX shot, but it's very obvious.
Like in that movie?
Maybe in the movie.
In the movie, it's pretty bad. Like obviously, it's not the worst. You're watching like The Incredible Bulk or something, but like,
I think most of it is very like passable.
Sure. Sure.
It is like good, most of it. It works for what it is. I think. Well.
Yeah, I don't think. Like,
I don't want to call it bad if there's like few moments that stick out, I guess.
I'm gonna call it bad.
Okay, sure. I don't know enough about VFX.
I just generally think I could really tell that this guy Stephen S. D. Knight he just doesn't know how to shoot a movie for post. Like, you can tell with the editing, too.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of that was just, like, he didn't know how he was going to edit this. A lot of it,
Probably.
A lot of it is, like, really quick takes. Like, he shot this, like...
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing inherently wrong with using the old, like, reverse shot, wide technique.
Uh-huh.
But, like, I think you gotta have some kind of plan for the edit.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, he comes from TV.
Yeah.
I think that's, like, maybe a big contributor to that.
Yeah, like, TV is a completely different thing where you gotta, like, shoot it quicker, you have less resources.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of, like you're kind of encouraged from not having a specific, like, style or anything.
Yeah.
Like when Stephen S. DeKnight directs, I'm using his full name. I don't want to call him Stephen because that's your name. Yeah. When Mr. DeKnight directs an episode of Angel, he's going for the Joss Whedon style. Like, when he directs, like, Daredevil, he's, like, going for a whatever style. Whoever did Daredevil, I don't know. I never watched that show.
And this just doesn't have much style.
Yeah. Like, I'm sure, like, maybe the episodes he did for those shows are, like, competent. They're, like,
Probably.
decent.
I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah, like... Yeah, that's... It doesn't benefit this movie.
No.
To have a TV guy.
Yeah. Okay, I do want to talk about a few more things.
Oh, yeah.
Before. You know Mako, right? That's her name, right? Mako?
Mako?
She's the girl from the first one.
She's the Japanese girl? Okay, yeah.
She fucking dies in this one. In, like, the first, like, half an hour.
She does!
And it's such a lame death, too. And I'm like, there's no way they killed her, right? They did. And they have, like, John Boyega and her have, like, this sibling chemistry, and it's like, again...
It's not...
It was never, like... Obviously, Idris Elba was, like, always, like, a father to her, right? That's, like, the whole thing.
Yeah, right? I forgot about that. When she shows up and she's like, hello, brother. She's like John Boyega.
They have, like, no... Yeah. It's just kind of out of nowhere, obviously.
Yeah,
but then she just fucking dies, man. Why even have her? It feels so, like...
Yeah, I don't know if she was just... She's, like, the one major character from the first movie who returns.
Right?
Like...
And like, the main character from the last movie. Where is he? What happened to him? There's
Who cares, though?
I know, but
Charlie
still.
Hunnam. Who cares?
I know, but still, it's so odd. I feel like if you're going to do a Pacific Rim, like, sequel, they probably wanted to do it with him in mind. And I feel like he just didn't want to return for some reason.
Busy. Yeah.
I don't know why you wouldn't want to return. I don't think he has, does he have that big of a career?
Yeah. Like, I looked into Charlie Hunnam, like... I mean, this guy works with a lot of, like, big directors. Like, he feels like a bad, like, red box, like, conservative... Your conservative dad loves him or whatever.
Yeah.
But he was in, like, Children of Men. Like,
I did see that, but, like, as a big character?
Not a main character, obviously.
Well, yeah,
but, like,
obviously, but, like...
There's roles like that where he'll, like... I feel like he'll look for the director. Like, he'll work with, like, Guillermo del Toro. And he was in, like, Crimson Peak. Like, he's...
Okay.
Like, he's still collaborating with del Toro. He's in a lot of, like, Guy Ritchie movies. He was... Like Guy Ritchie, say what you want. But he's, like, an actual, like, director who knows what he's doing. He's made, like, great movies. I think he was in the Guy Ritchie's King Arthur movie around the same time. I think he was King Arthur.
Oh,
so
God.
That might have been like a schedule conflict.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying John Boyega's, like, whole character is such a weird choice.
Yeah.
He doesn't feel like that crucial to like the whole story either.
Yeah.
Neither does this girl.
I don't like the fact that he's the son of Idris Elba.
I don't like a lot of this, man. There's probably a lot more I didn't like about the movie. I'm just like...
I didn't like the whole military aspect.
Yeah, me neither.
Like, I think that's boring. It reminded me too much of Starship Troopers.
Are you talking about, like, the other kids?
And the other kids,
too.
The
other kids fucking sucked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Their whole, like... Oh, God. They're just, like... What was that, Karen? Hi. Yeah.
What's the timing on that?
49:15.
Yeah.
Okay, we can continue. Sorry. Okay. The other kids sucked. I think Chirag Gupta from the Diary of the Wimpy Kid movies was one of the kids. Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
You're not just being, like, racist.
No. That was Chirag Gupta.
You're shitting me, right? What?
And he talks about boobies or something in it. Do you remember?
That's the worst character in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
No.
I'm sorry that guy, like...
Chirag Gupta. You were great in the Diary of the Wimpy Kid movies.
He is not great in this movie. He's very terrible.
Yeah.
Like...
My boy Chirag.
He acts like a youth theater kid.
Yeah, I mean all the like that whole group sucks.
Yeah. Like, and they have nothing to do. Even the Russian girl seems like she'll have, like, a decent character arc.
But
like,
she doesn't. It's so fastly resolved.
I wrote this down.
I don't like you. All right. Now I like you. That's what it boils down to, her whole character. But
I wrote down that, you know in the end, I don't know if you remember this at all, but, like, when they're in the battle, like, the...
No, I don't remember it.
Like, they're in trouble, and then Jing Tian, if that's how you pronounce her name, like, comes in with Kaylee Spaney's old little robot.
Yeah.
And she saves the day.
Yeah.
That should have been the Russian girl.
Probably, yeah.
Like, that...
Yeah.
Like, that's such an easy choice. Like, the whole movie, this Russian girl is talking to this little Kaylee...
in a Jaeger at the time, though? I can't even remember. I can't even remember.
Kaylee Spaney.
But I know what you mean, yeah.
The Russian girl was, like, talking to Kaylee Spaney, like, your stupid little fucking robot that you built on your own. That thing's dumb. It's...
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
And you're dumb. Like, it doesn't make sense. But, like... That's like that must have been in, like, an original script. This movie has, like, 4 different writers, credited writers. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm sure it's one of those movies that just gets passed around Hollywood. Like, can you do it? Can you work on this script? You know, Pacific Rim 2. Like, we'll give it to these random guys, and, like, 4 people get credited. Stephen DeKnight, Emily Carmichael, Keira Snyder, T.S. Nowlin. Never heard of any of those people, other than
okay.
But yeah, that's what the arc feels like it's gonna be.
Yeah,
and they completely missed the boat on that. The easiest fucking thing.
That's what I mean when it feels so disjointed. Like, it feels like it's setting up one thing and then it's like, I don't know. Whatever. Yeah. Whatever. This movie's fucking stupid. I don't want to, like, I hate, especially now, I feel like I don't want to, like, just shit on movies. Like, because it definitely took a lot of hard work to make this, but also, like...
Yeah, but it's bad.
It's bad. It's just fucking bad.
Yeah. What do you think about the music of this movie?
I can't remember it. I remember they used some of the original score, I think, at the end.
Okay.
I like that, the original score.
Yeah.
Great.
Boring music. I don't know.
Like, for this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember it. I don't know.
Yeah. The sound design, sound editing, sound mixing.
Sure.
I don't know.
It's good, I guess.
They just used, like... stock sci-fi.
Yeah, I don't think I was too focused on the sound.
Yeah, like you think it's something like, I don't know, like Star Wars movies. It's such a like high comparison.
Oh God!
Like I feel bad, but like, there's no unique sound here.
No,
they don't have like
probably not
Ben Burt in the studio. Like,
I'm just thinking about now the end. I'm getting sidetracked again, but I'm just thinking about at the end. The whole final showdown takes place in Hong Kong, right?
Yeah,
I think.
Does? Okay.
Oh no. Does it?
I forget.
I can't even fucking remember.
But go on.
It takes place in a big city.
Yeah.
Right. I might have been fucking wrong about that. Whatever.
Go on.
They just totally destroy the city. John Boyega's like plan is like the kaiju is coming, and he's like, his plan is to like throw buildings onto this kaiju, without like any
that's
thought.
That's what they did in the first movie, though.
Not really.
That's what
they were more careful about it. I think at some points there's definitely like consideration for like people and like, you know, a lot of it did take place, like these big fights in the water also. So like not totally surrounded by buildings. I'm just so curious if there was like people in those buildings who couldn't get out in time, and John Boyega's just like fucking taking these buildings and like throwing them onto the kaiju.
Yeah.
And like,
you're not supposed to think about that.
I don't know. And then like there's like these Jaegers that are like jumping off buildings. They're like jumping off buildings and springing on, and it's like, I don't know. They're destroying this city. I know there's a kaiju like destroying this city and trying to like destroy the planet.
His plan is also everybody attack one at a time.
Yeah.
So Chirag Gupta gets killed.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm getting really riled up about this, but like the more like there's so much shit I think about, and I'm like, oh, that too. Why was that in there? Thank you for bringing that up. That was so fucking stupid.
We had to
bring it up. Yeah. I almost forgot about it. It's like so many things. Yeah, his father used to sing that song, right? His father used to sing that song.
No way his father sung that song.
Oh, God. I think this movie just riles me up, man.
Yeah. I just want to work through these categories.
Yeah, please do.
Like, a lot of these are just, like, cinematography. I don't know. Boring. Like, they're, for the most part, any interior is, like, lit terribly. The lighting's terrible. Like, the scene where early on when they're in jail, like, that's, like, it looks awful.
Yeah, there was like a few like cool action shots. I think there was like a shot where like, was it one of the Jaegers was like, I think just got like destroyed, and like the sun is setting up or something, and it's like setting over his chest. It's a cool kind of grand shot.
Shoot, I vaguely remember. that.
Yeah, there's just like
that's like one shot though.
There's a few shots that I'm like, okay, this is like...
It's not like Lawrence of Arabia, you know?
Sure. Anyways, continue. I'm like, whatever.
Hair and makeup? I don't know.
Yeah. They look too clean. They look too clean. Well, yeah, it's that like Hollywood movie thing where like they're supposed to be like she's like this like the girl, you know.
Spaney.
Thank you. She's like, what do you call her? I don't know if she's an orphan. I don't even know what her...
I think she's an orphan.
She's an orphan, right?
Yeah,
she's like living in this building.
Her entire family gets squished by Godzilla.
Oh, right. Totally forgot about that. And there's like this huge gap, of course, like their family's on the other side and she's on one side.
And like the foot comes down, right?
It comes down, of course, right like between them on the dock. It is. It's so funny for some reason, right? Like, it's like perfectly, the kaiju perfectly splits the path right down the middle, and they're like, come here! And then they get crushed.
It's a huge gap when they're like, jump to us! Like, she's gonna die!
And then they get crushed, of course. Yeah. Oh my god.
Everyone run away and meet up later.
She's this, like, orphan living in this building, and she looks like...
she builds a huge robot.
She looks way too clean. I don't know.
Sure. I don't know. Yeah.
Like, they all look... I don't know. Fucking... Yeah. Whatever.
I don't know. Costumes? Boring.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Editing, I already said, like, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Like, other than that, like, unique
It's not that unique. Well, I thought if anything, it was overly cheesy.
It's unique in the, like, kind of, like,
It didn't match
how
the rest of the tone.
Yeah.
It sets you up for something like totally different, and even that, like, it felt like
looks
too
kind
cheesy.
of fun. Like this, I mean,
Sure.
this guy was like hanging out with Sam Raimi and shit.
I don't know.
Like maybe I should use some like split screen, you know, make it look like an iMovie trailer or something.
It does
like
look
that.
like an iMovie trailer.
But it's in a fun way, I think.
I don't.
But like,
I don't.
It
think...
doesn't use that at all. Yeah, it's
no.
like quick cuts. Like they shoot all these takes. Like that's something I hate about like a lot of badly edited movies. Like they shoot all these like takes with like one like shot, reverse shot, wide, and they feel like they have to use like every take they use in some way. So it's like these quick cuts between dialogues, and like no shot in a like conversation can last over a second.
Yeah.
You can't hold on this one person. You gotta like cut to this person when they're like nodding.
Oh yeah.
Cut back.
Yeah.
To finish this thing, then they cut back to the. It's like.
I know.
It obviously not like the worst thing ever. Just like boring, and I find it kind of annoying.
Yeah.
And effects, we said like I said they're bad. You say they're passable.
Yeah. I think for the most of the movie it works.
Yes.
I don't know. This is a very like big scale CG movie.
Yes.
I don't think it's constantly not working. Like there's a lot of like I don't know. It's a very big budget, you know, CG movie, and I think a lot of it is as good as any other. Probably a lot of work putting into it.
Yeah, a lot of work. Sure, but like.
Okay, but yes, I do also think there's... You can continue.
Yeah. Okay, the last thing I have, this movie didn't win a lot of awards.
Oh, it didn't?
Yeah.
Didn't win a lot of awards?
Yeah, I wrote down Teen Choice Awards.
John Boyega won.
He was nominated.
Of course he
for
was.
Action Actor.
Was Charlie Day nominated?
No, it was just Boyega for actor in an action movie and choice action movie.
This is such a Teen's Choice movie.
Yeah, Teen Choice Awards. Those are just rigged. And the other one I wrote down, the Location Managers Guild Awards International.
Okay, interesting.
It was nominated for Best Film Commission. It did not win.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
That's about all I had to say.
So, all right. Overall, what do you think? We should probably move on. I'm getting too riled about this movie just thinking about it.
We're at like an hour.
It's fine. We'll spend most of our time talking about Pacific Rim Uprising.
God.
No,
sounds terrible.
No, but what do you think? Just like quickly.
Nah.
Thanks. Yeah, I agree.
It's not even a fun bad. It's just like a lot of. It feels like a big like studio.
Yeah.
Interference, like
probably
everyone's got their fingers in the pie, you know?
Yeah.
It made me think of Starship Troopers. I don't know if I mentioned that.
You mentioned it a bit.
Like Kaylee Spaney feels like the Johnny Rico, you know?
Yeah.
Like
not in a good way at all, but yeah.
You know, her subplot is like the first bit of Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
You know,
I do see that.
Yeah,
and that's where like that military aspect comes in, but it's just like
yes,
not done well at all.
It might just be like sci-fi
military
stuff.
Yeah, but I know what you mean.
Maybe I'm just always thinking about Starship Troopers.
You definitely are,
because that's a better movie.
It is a better movie, but it's just
Yeah.
I just think this movie did not need to exist.
No.
Moving on.
Yeah.
I
think the Trolololol song would have worked better in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now on to my pick.
Yeah, you introduce it.
8th grade was my pick for this episode. I think I wanted a very like easy introductory movie. Again, this has been like, well, hold on. This has been like one of my favorite years. I think there's a lot of movies I really, really like here. And it was a very, like, big year that kind of changed my tastes, I think. It was like a movie that... it was a year that introduced me to a lot of movies that I think kind of defined...
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, we were both very young getting into... Like, I was 14, you were 16?
I was like 16, 17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is like... these are like formative years.
Yeah, especially for movies for me when I was getting into it. So, like, I think, like, movies like Spider-Verse were, like, really kind of, like, you know, like, it was a big thing for me to, like, see. Suspiria, I mentioned Mandy. I, like, still some of my favorite movies, right? And I always did love 8th grade. And I think this was always kind of, like, in that, like, top 5 for me, maybe number 5 on there.
For, like, 2018?
For the year. Yeah. Oh, definitely for the year, yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, so, yeah, I didn't want it to go, like, too fast into, like, one of my favorites for the year. I feel like 8th grade is, like, a good, nice spot to start. Especially since you picked... Your original pick was Love, Simon.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, okay, maybe I'll do 8th grade. And then you didn't do Love, Simon.
Yeah, sorry I didn't do Love,
Simon. That was a very weird pick from you, considering you've also never seen it.
I've seen the back half of Love, Simon.
I've seen the first half. We've basically seen the movie.
Yeah, exactly. We can just talk about it.
Yeah.
Go on about...
Anyways, 8th grade, written and directed by Bo Burnham.
Yes.
Yes. His feature film debut.
Yeah. Well, unless you count his stand-up specials.
No.
Yeah. Well, yeah. This is like...
It's his first movie.
It's his, and so far, only narrative, like, film.
I would count Inside as narrative.
Inside's kind of a weird spot. It's kind of stand-up, kind of, like, experimental.
I would definitely count that as a narrative movie, but we can move on.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stick by that.
Inside a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. First, though, I gotta say, I did not watch 8th grade.
What?
I did not watch this movie.
You logged it on Letterboxd.
I watched the commentary.
Oh!
Gotcha!
Yeah, I...
Got your ass, yeah.
That's with Bo Burnham and Elsie Fisher, right? Yeah.
Oh, you got the Blu-ray.
I got the Blu-ray from my library. I saw that. I knew it existed. I saw people talking about it on Twitter. Or, or as it was called back then.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. How was that?
It was pretty good, honestly. I think there was a specific reason I watched the commentary instead. It's because I tried to watch this movie 3 different times first, and I could just not get into it. And I was like, oh, fuck. It's been like a year and a half since I last rewatched it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, shit. I just could not get into it in, like, the first, like, 10 to 15 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, I couldn't get into it.
That's so odd.
I know. I'm like, I didn't know if any of the characters, like, well, any of the characters. It's just, like, one. I tapped my mic.
Whoa there, buddy. He's getting restless.
All I can say is, like, I just was not getting into it. And I didn't know if I can fully continue it, right?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I know that's odd. I have seen this movie, like, 3 or 4 times. And I've always loved it, right?
Yeah.
Or, like, really enjoyed it, at least.
And
it's a very, like... Sorry.
So did the awkward moments just kind of, like, really sink in?
It wasn't even the awkward moments. I don't know.
Yeah, this is a very awkward movie.
It may have just been, like, the timing of when I was watching it. And I'm just, like... struggling. Because, like, when you watch a movie, I don't know, you don't want to be, like, somewhere else mentally.
Yeah.
And, like, you don't want to find yourself drifting off. And I think that's what I found myself doing. And I'm like...
Okay.
It definitely felt like a very indie movie. Like, overly to me when I think I was, like, watching it at first. This is fucking stupid. And I think, like...
I can kind of see
I put on the commentary. I started watching. I started listening. Obviously, I'm watching with subtitles. You can still hear the audio from the movie. I'm still watching... I'm just listening also, right?
Okay, all right.
And I started getting more into it, obviously.
Yeah.
It helps a bit, right? And the more the movie went on, the more I remembered why I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the fuck was up with me at first. It just may have been like, I wasn't feeling it.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why, but I started getting more into it, and I get more into the characters and the situation, right?
Yeah.
And at one point I was like, maybe I just turn off the commentary, and just watch the movie again, because like I found myself just getting really invested into the story. But I didn't do that. I just kept on listening to the commentary, found myself like drifting from the commentary, watching the movie, and I really liked it again. And I remembered why I really like this movie. That was a long spiel, but yeah.
That's your story.
That's the whole story.
Yeah.
It's fucking led nowhere, but...
Here's the story of how I watched the movie. Actually, this is a little bit interesting. So, when this came out, I was or had just, like, graduated 8th grade.
Mm-hmm.
So I was... So I think I saw the trailer. It came out like must have been like, I don't know, like late in my grade 8 career. So like a lot of this would have resonated with me if I had watched it at that time.
Okay.
Like a lot of the stuff about like you're just like starting high school, that was a huge thing. Like I was also like a socially awkward kid back then. Like I didn't have a lot of like really close friends, like in grade 8.
Yeah.
Like that only really changed around COVID. I like trained myself in quarantine to be but I can't remember when I first tried to watch this. It must have been like when it first hit Netflix, like must have been like early high school.
Yeah.
Like grade 10, late grade 9. And I couldn't get through it. Like even now a lot of it is just like like that. It's horrible. Like
it's a very cringe movie. Like not like
Kayla, that's her name?
Kaylee. Right?
Kayla. Elsie Fisher is just like, she makes all the wrong decisions. Like I can relate a lot, but I can't really relate to like, I don't know, lying about having a dirty pictures folder during
was it like a shooter drill?
A shooter drill, yeah.
Something like that.
It's fun. It is funny.
It's so funny.
But, like, you gotta work through a lot of that stuff.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. Like, I think that's when I turned it off.
Okay.
The first time. I'm just like, I can't sit through this. Like, coming back to it now, that plot goes nowhere. Like,
yeah.
Like,
you
yeah,
expected?
Yeah, I did. I, like, her crush on Aiden.
Yeah.
Aiden's a funny character, I think.
Aiden's so fucking funny. For so many reasons.
Yeah.
The way
they dress him. Like,
the way he's like, well, that too, yeah. But the way he's like, you give blowjobs or something, and then, like, the thing ends, and then she's like, yeah, I give, like, great blowjobs, right? And then he just, like, farts with his mouth after that, and you just go, and, like, that's the end of the fucking interaction. It's like his mind goes nowhere. Oh, my God, it's so fucking funny. He has, like, a Steph Curry jersey on at first.
Yeah, which is a great detail, and, like...
Great detail. They talked about that jersey in the commentary, by the way.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And just, like, whenever this kid, like, looks up, it's so dramatic. Like, this movie's so well made.
Yeah.
Like, it is so, like, hyperbolic in its filmmaking.
Yeah.
Like Like whenever Aiden looks up, it's like the extreme close up on his eyes, like, and a slow zoom out, and it's this big music cue.
Huge, yeah.
And it's this like 12-year-old kid.
He's a fucking stick.
It's so funny.
It's so funny.
Like, I do think like a lot of it takes like if you like a lot of that style isn't really surprising when you watch like Bo Burnham's stand up, and a lot of it is like theatrics of like lighting cues, sound cues.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the humor comes from the general craft.
Yeah.
Of those shows, and like this, like the hyperbolic stuff, the Aiden stuff, like the big music cues. The score is so great.
Yeah.
It's such a weird choice to have like the synth pop.
I know. Right?
Over dramatic, like the score from like fucking Drive.
Yeah.
You know? And it works.
It works so well.
And it's
a huge contrast.
That's how you feel in grade 8. You're like, I have to get my life together now.
Yeah.
I have to find a girlfriend. I have to find a boyfriend. Now. If I don't get my life together.
Is that how you felt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that how you felt?
That was chilling. I think that came a bit later.
Yeah.
That feeling's definitely starting to hit me now. You know what I mean?
He's finally
getting my life together.
Yeah.
We graduated a year?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we do. That feeling's gonna hit us again. It kind of hit me again in like end of high school, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like you don't know what's gonna happen next.
No. It's such a crucial, like, I think, point in your life. Like, I guess, like, how old is she? Like 14, Kayla?
Like 8th grade, which would
13, 14?
It would be like 13, I think. How old was I in grade 8? Because like America, it's like a year younger.
Is it?
I think, or a year
13,
older.
14.
A year older.
13, 14.
Okay, yeah.
Right?
Because they start school like a year later.
Yeah.
Than us Canadians.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of like Americans, like the shooter drill and like.
Oh God, yeah.
The like we had attacker drills, which were like.
We sure did.
I don't know. Those have a wide variety of uses. You could it could be like a fox that ran into the school. That happened to me.
Really?
To me once. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remember we had like a shooter drill here?
Yeah. While watching The Dirties.
Yeah, a movie about a school shooter.
Matt Johnson's, yeah.
School shooter. I thought of that when we were watching it.
Yeah.
I had to make a note. I was like, also thinking how fucking weird school shooting drills are just in general. I mean, we just stay in a room. Their version of a drill is like someone with a gun going down the hallway.
Yeah.
And there's like makeup and stuff.
Yeah, that was really funny. You know, you got the what does he say? He's like, and give a round of applause to the drama department. And he's running around with like a fairly realistic looking shotgun.
Oh my God, so realistic.
I think it might just be like, I thought it was just a real shotgun, like an unloaded shotgun. I don't know, America, man.
I don't know. Is this what it's like?
Yeah, and like this isn't as like severe, but like my school's never had those like popularity end of year contests. Like,
is that a thing?
Not here. I don't.
Yeah,
I never had those. I don't know if you had those. Like, it's not. I don't think it's a thing in like Canada.
I don't know.
Like, it's a It's a big thing in those like high school movies. Like, most likely
to succeed.
Whatever. Best eyes.
Best hair. I don't know if that's.
Best eyes is weird.
It's all these adults being like going through the children's like. I like your eyes.
No, I think the kids vote.
Oh, the kids vote? Okay.
Who has the best eyes? That's such a weird...
It is weird.
That
Did Aiden win that one?
I think Aiden won.
Aiden won that one.
Aiden won. Yeah.
Oh, his eyes.
Kayla wins most quiet, which is one other weird award.
It's so demeaning.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Most athletic, most smart. I don't know. Those.
Were you quiet? Were you like a quiet child?
I was quiet unless someone started talking to me. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I think same here.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
I kept to myself, and then
yeah.
Someone would talk to me, and I'd go off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you relate to Kayla at all?
Yes.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah. It's a very relatable character.
I feel like, yeah, it is.
It's such a great performance, too.
Fuck yeah.
It's so good. It's pretty crazy. Like, saving the awards for the end, but like Elsie Fisher was nominated for a Golden Globe, actress in a musical comedy. She lost to someone. I'll think about that later. We'll get back to that in a bit.
Oh,
yeah,
interesting.
Yeah, and she was also nominated for an Independent Spirit Award.
That's good.
Yeah.
Very much deserved.
Yeah, it's a great performance. It's so calculated.
I mean, it's so calculated. It's so natural.
It's natural, but it looks so all the little mannerisms she has, her rubbing her arms, when she's confronting the girl at the end.
And she's just looking down at the floor.
Yeah, she never makes eye contact.
That's great.
That's so good. That's so realistic for a kid.
Yeah.
It makes so much sense for the character.
Yeah.
It's so natural.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the weird thing about this movie. It's so natural.
Uh-huh.
But at the same time, it's so I don't want to. It's. I don't know the word, but it's.
You're saying calculated.
Calculated.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd use that word, but that's an interesting way of putting it.
It's a natural. The movie's sort of naturalist.
Yeah.
But it's. I don't know. It's got these hyperboles in there.
Mm-hmm.
Within the filmmaking, within, the characters. I'm sorry, I don't know how to explain it, but these characters, they feel natural, but, very cinematic. In a weird way. I want to talk about Josh Hamilton too, her dad.
Yeah.
And that scene where he's just watching her at the mall.
Yeah.
From a distance.
Uh-huh.
The performance in that scene is just a comedic performance.
Yeah.
It's natural in a way that makes sense for the world.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a calculated comedic performance.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And he's also great in this movie.
He's also great. Everyone's great.
Everyone is so...
And there's a lot of I think they use a lot of just regular ass kids.
Yeah.
This is shot in a school, so they just picked out kids from that school.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah. They used one of the band teachers as that.
I wanted to mention him, the rat tail guy.
That was him? I read that on the Wikipedia.
What did you read? I'm talking about do you remember the rat tail guy?
Not really. Which
guy
was that?
When I say rat tail, nothing sparks in your head. No image. There's a band teacher, there's just a shot. It starts on the back of his head and it slowly zooms out.
Oh, I don't remember that.
And he has this huge fucking rat tail. His whole head is cut short. His haircut is short.
Yeah,
just this huge braided rat tail that goes down to bottom of his back. And I was like, that is so fucking awesome.
That might be who the Wikipedia was talking about.
No, it definitely is, because they were
because it was someone it was quoting a band teacher. It was just Bo Burnham picked me out because he liked my look, and
that's the one. Yeah, because in the commentary,
that's a real
watched.
Guy. That's a real band teacher.
Yeah, no, they were talking about how they were just in the school in the band room, and he just happened to be there, and he's like, I like your rat tail. I think I'm gonna use you. So he's just conducting this fucking thing. They sound. you know, like, they sound terrible.
Yeah.
But that's, like, so accurate.
She's on the cymbals, which is so
She's on the
funny.
cymbals. I don't think there's, like... Yeah. It's not a worse instrument to be on. Maybe the triangle. I think...
It's a big triangle.
Yeah.
The cymbals?
Yeah. Basically. Hit it once every while.
Yeah. We're making it sound like this is a laugh riot.
It's a comedy.
It's a comedy. It's
definitely a comedy.
I think it's more funny in hindsight.
Yeah.
I think so. It's not like really laugh out loud. Some scenes, yeah. Maybe for a specific person.
Uh-huh.
Not for me personally.
Yeah.
Like...
Uh-huh.
I do want to... Like, I was, like, just, like, hiding for a lot of this movie.
Hiding? Explain.
Yeah, I just, like...
Like, crawling in your skin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you've seen this movie multiple times?
Yeah.
I don't know if I could watch this movie again.
What?
It's just like, oh,
really?
Man. Like that shooter drill scene we were talking about, like, and then there's like, well, you know the scene, the truth or dare scene, which is like...
That scene is so incomparable.
That scene's like not even like funny.
No,
it's not funny.
Why? No.
Yeah. Like the other uncomfortable scenes, like when she's looking up like how to do a blowjob, like that's uncomfortable in the fact that like you shouldn't be learning about blowjobs, kid.
Yeah.
You know. Listen. You know. What other, like, when she's at the birthday party again and like, she's. The one girl's like getting her presents.
Yeah, she gives her like a card game.
Yeah,
which is so awesome.
Yeah,
that's like, an awesome.
It's Go gift. Fish, but more fun.
Yeah, it's that's a very like 8th grade kind of gift.
Yeah.
Own that shit. I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah, the truth or dare scene, which is like, not even like funny in a conceptual way. It's just
it's a very serious scene.
Like, yeah.
It's like a sexual assault scene, essentially.
Yeah. Like that. Like, yeah, it hit me as soon as the fucking girl leaves the car.
Yeah, you know? Yeah.
Like,
it's okay. No, talk about it.
Yeah.
I think the way that kid played.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what his name is.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay.
Yeah, he's good.
He was good. He plays it very, like, interestingly.
Yeah.
Right? Because
they talk about this in the commentary?
They do. They definitely do. They say, like, he plays it in a way, like, he doesn't think he's being creepy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
so he thinks, like...
Which is, like, more realistic and more, like...
Yeah, no, we're good. Yeah, like, he doesn't...
You turn off your microphone? Yeah.
Yes, I did accidentally. Okay, yeah, but he doesn't think he's, like, being creepy towards her, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's, like... I think they said, like, a lot of people who, like, auditioned played it very differently. Of course, they play, like...
The easier way. Is
the easier way, because, like...
Take off your shirt.
Because, yeah, if you're playing, like, somebody who's, like, sexually assaulting someone, or, like, you know, asking a minor to do this shit...
Yeah.
You're gonna play it, like, very differently. You're not gonna be this, like, awkward... You know,
and this guy is like the awkward,
quiet. You know,
like and the setup before when they're in the mall, like you don't kind of suspect the other guy more, like that.
Yeah,
he's not the guy who's talking about like he's talking to this girl about like a guy who sent her a cropped picture with just her feet.
Yeah.
And the other guy who's like not the guy who's like sexually assaulting the kid, but he's like, it's a compliment. What do you?
Yeah.
He's complimenting you.
Yeah.
Like, you think, and the other guy is just like more quiet, like jumps in for like a quick like, you know, joke or two.
Yeah. Yeah. I think,
and yeah, he has like a little moment with Kayla,
right,
where she's like, I'm also quiet. It's like this awkward. Like, every line of dialogue that comes out of this kid's mouth is just so great. It's so perfect.
It's so perfect, yeah.
Like, everyone's bad at talking.
I know. Yeah. And that's great. That's great. That's what the movie is, I think. And that's why it feels, like, very realistic. Like, it feels like I'm, like,
Yeah.
I get it, you know?
It's so great. It's like this guy has Bo Burnham, he just captures Generation Z so well.
Yeah.
Like,
for sure.
I don't know how, like, he's like millennial, right? Yeah, he's like
whatever the step above.
Yeah, so he's writing for, like, I was Kayla's age when this came out.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this is like perfect to a T.
It's very accurate.
People, that one kid who yells LeBron James, like,
it's very dated looking at, like, back at it now.
It's so dated, but
at the time,
way.
Yeah, it's a time capsule. You know, speaking of, like, there's a literal fucking time capsule in the movie, but this movie also just feels like a time capsule in and of itself.
Yeah.
And, like, oh my god, looking back at, like, who you were before at this time versus, like, who you've grown to be is so fucking interesting. And I love, like, the arc of her, like, leaving herself voice messages to her future self. And, like, the first one is very, like, it's like, oh, do you have a boyfriend? What's his name? How many friends do you have? But she's like, and then, like, she sends one to her, like, her high school self. But it's so more like,
it's
you know,
more
like you do you, you know, whatever you want to be, just be happy. And that's so fucking sweet, man.
It's, like, as awkward, kind of.
It is, but it's like,
it's just charming.
But it's charming and it's sweet and it's like, I don't know. It's such a transitionary moment for you as a person, I think, that time. Entering, like, middle school to high school, you're going to feel like two very different people, right? You're going to see yourself grow. You're probably going to find more people you connect with.
Yeah.
She didn't find, like, she's very, like, she has no friends in the movie.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Other than, like, the high school girl.
Yeah, but, like, she kind of gains these people through the movie. And, like, and the kid at the end.
Yeah.
I fucking love him. We'll get to that.
Yeah,
we'll get to that. But she has no friends, but she's such, like, a nice person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel so fucking bad for her because people, like, her age are just, like, more obsessed with, like, other shit and looking cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Which was a very much a thing I think a lot of people did do around that age.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm definitely a victim of not knowing how to be cool.
Yeah.
Like, I never did, like, sports. I wasn't, like, up to date on the Vines.
Oh.
I never used Vine, man. And I'm a better person for it, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, no. Are you a Vine kid?
Yeah. No.
Oh. Oh. Yeah. Fuck you, Steven. This podcast is over. Bam.
All right, I'm back.
What were we talking about?
I don't fucking know. I don't know. Just, like, that transitionary moment.
Yes.
As you have.
Yeah.
And it is kind of like, there is a lot of uncertainty at, like, the end of the movie of what she's going to be, but I think you have a pretty good picture. You can see herself a bit maybe through that high schooler that she hangs out with, right?
Really?
Like, they're very,
I saw that too.
Yeah,
like,
they're very similar.
Their mannerisms are the same in like weird ways. Like, she's like I think it's her name's Emily Robinson, the actress.
Yeah.
Like, she's done a bit after, but like, she's also, like, awkward kind of, and not like a huge friend group. Like, yeah, just
she was probably a Kayla.
Yes.
Right.
Exactly.
And I think that's, like, what's important.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. It's a really good structure. You want to talk about the kid?
The kid at the end?
Yeah, the kid at the end. The lightsaber Tupperware. The Rick and Morty kid.
The Rick and Morty. His name is Gabe.
His name is Gabe. He's like the kid in Asteroid City, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Jason Schwartzman's son in
Very
the movie.
fitting.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Yeah,
I see it.
I was kind of happy. I don't really like Asteroid City, but I was happy to see him.
Sure.
Like,
but, like,
it's nice that he grew from this, like, small 8th grade role.
It's always what I thought of him from, though. Like, when I see him now, like, I always
really
think
good.
of, like, very small role. Very small. He's in, like, 2 scenes. I swear to God.
Yeah, unless Unless you count, like, him messaging Kayla in the middle. Which is, like, a presence of his character.
I guess. But, like, basically 2 scenes.
Yeah.
And then they have this really nice moment at the end.
Yeah.
Where they're both, like, nerdy and, you know...
Yeah.
Awkward. And they're, like, feeding off each other's awkwardness instead of, like, Kayla trying to be cool with someone else and being, like, someone she's not.
Yeah.
Which I think is, like, a main kind of big theme of the movie. It's, like, Kayla, you know, puts herself out as this, like, outgoing, you know, person who's, like, not afraid, and she's telling people, she's giving all this advice, but herself, she doesn't really follow it.
Yes.
And I think that's a big thing with the internet, if you think about it.
Yeah.
It's like giving this impression of yourself one way.
It's a really good internet movie.
It is a really fucking good internet movie. That's what Bo Burnham does well. But it's like, it's giving your impression of being one person and giving advice on something you do not follow through with.
Yeah.
Right? And also, I love that she has no views on her videos.
Yeah.
It's like 0 views, 1 view. Kind of
one
like,
view, and it's got the red bar across it.
Yeah.
Like, she watched it herself.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's so real. I remember my old 8th grade YouTube channel.
Yeah. A lot of people...
You will never see those videos.
I'll fucking track it down. I don't know. I'll find it. I'll hire someone to find that.
They're all the same. They're all on the channel I use now. They're just unlisted.
Send me them.
No.
Anyways, I also like that there's not like this big moment at the end where she like blows up online.
Yeah. Did you expect that?
No, but like that's such like a... I feel like that's a big cliche with like internet movies.
Yeah.
Going viral, shit like that.
Yeah. I can't see that happening.
I can't
see Bo Burnham doing that.
Exactly, but that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of
he's
like...
smarter than that. Even though...
It's an internet movie, but
Yeah.
it's not a movie about being like famous on the internet at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's being like a no one on the internet.
Yeah,
just like existing a part of
being
it.
an 8th grade kid. Like, no one would really watch
No one's
those
gonna
videos.
fucking watch them,
They're like webcam videos made by a 12-year-old. Like,
It's more of like a time capsule for her.
it's a time capsule for her. It's like a project for her.
Yeah.
Like, it...
She's just like an ordinary person.
She's trying to get, like, an audience, you know?
Yeah. But I feel like that's a part of like the delusion of like the internet.
Gabe saw the videos.
Gabe saw the videos. Of
Yeah.
course he did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Because he's the best.
Because he's the fucking best.
Yeah. They're so cool together.
They're so cool.
Yeah.
It's a very, like, that's a very fitting ending.
Yeah. Yeah.
You feel like she's kind of like finding her place a bit. It's still so awkward between the two of them. Like, the way, like, I don't know why, just like you see them two sitting in their room together, and it feels like, I mean, I guess it is kind of like a first date, but that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
I don't like, but it feels like a first date. It feels so fucking awkward.
Uh-huh.
And they're, but yet somehow like comfortable.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what it is, and it's great. And they talk about Rick and Morty and Szechuan. What is it? Something.
Szechuan.
Yeah.
Szechuan.
Something nobody's thought about in fucking 5 to 6 years.
Takes me back, man.
Back in my day. And it's like, oh god.
It made me feel a little old.
Yeah, it makes
like,
you cringe. Also,
like I don't think I realized, like, yeah, Rick, that Szechuan sauce thing was a thing when I was in elementary school.
Yeah.
That's...
Also, like, think about this. Like, how many cringe things you've done as a child.
I don't want to think about that.
But that's what it is, though.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. And you're, like, watching this, and it's like, oh, God, it's so fucking cringe, but this is how they are.
This is how they are.
And it is sweet, and it's endearing in a way. It's a very, like, product of its culture, but it's also, like...
And the dad's, like, great. He's
Josh Hamilton.
The actor's great, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, the performance is amazing.
It's really fucking good.
It's really fucking good. He was also Independent Spirit nominated.
Really?
Yes.
Good for him.
Did not win.
Yeah.
But the nomination's pretty good.
But, yeah,
I
think he deserves that.
Yes. Yes. And, like, I like how the whole, like, mom leaving stuff isn't, like, properly, like, explained.
No, it's not.
Until the very end, the campfire scene.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of like... There's no scene at the beginning where he's like, Kayla, ever since your mom dipped out on us,
Yeah.
You know, you've been so quiet.
Yeah.
It's not like that at all. And thank God, because that's...
Just thinking back to Pacific Rim and...
Don't...
The fucking...
No, we don't have to think about that movie anymore.
Just like...
No, we don't have...
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The relationship with his father. Anyways, yeah. I know, it's so... It's...
With his father, lack thereof.
But yeah, no, I know. I fully agree with that. It is like... It's so much more impactful in the end, too, right?
Yeah.
Like, I love the relationship.
And it makes sense for the characters. Like, it explains a lot, I think. What I was saying before was, like, he's kind of like the moral... the moral center of the movie, in a way. Yeah. Like, he's talking to his daughter, like, you're the coolest person I know. Like, so sweet. And he's also bad at speaking, which is great. Yeah.
Maybe he was a Kayla.
Yeah. Hey, man.
We're all Kayla.
We're all Kaylas.
Yeah.
Weren't we all?
Yeah.
Yeah. He is the moral center of the movie. He's the one talking to Kayla, like, I wasn't cool like you. Like, even if I wasn't your father, I would still think you're really cool, which is a weird thing to say, but, like,
no, it's
cute.
It's
nice.
The movie's weird but sweet.
Yeah, like in
a nutshell.
It's a bunch of awkward people, like, pretending to not be awkward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was produced by Eli Bush, Scott Rudin, which is a very nice guy. Yeah.
I saw that too. I wonder how he got attached to this.
I mean, his thing is, like, get attached to like really good up and coming filmmakers and kind of like let them do what they want, which is a cool thing for quality, but he's also an asshole. Yeah. Like a really real asshole. Yeah. Also produced by Christopher Storer, who was like a co-director of Bo Burnham's, like, older stand-ups, like Make Happy and What. And Lila Yakub. Yeah. The score, Anna Meredith, we talked about that. The sound design, you can't really speak for the sound. Yeah. Because you watched it with commentary. Yeah. Shit. Yeah. Well, but, like, I don't know. It sounds good. Legendary sound guy Skip Leavesay. Like that was a fun name to see in the credits. It's like he does a lot of, like, he works a lot with, like, the Coen brothers and Alfonso Cuarón. Oh, really? Like, that's nice. Yeah. Yeah. And he did this he does a lot of stuff. He works a lot. Yeah. He's good at what he does. Skip. Production design. I fucking love the production design. Me too. In this movie. Yeah. This whole world feels so lived in. Like, it's like upper middle class, which is, like, I think what, like, we both relate to the upper middle class, like the suburbs, the houses with, like, they're it's just packed with, like, random shit, like live, laugh, love type signage. Yeah. Like, it's got all these, like, locations, like it's got, like, Kayla's house, it's got Gabe's house for, like, a short scene at the end, and, like, the mall, the school. Like, I'm thinking of, like, the houses mostly. Oh, right. Like, okay. Those feel so lived in. They have so much character. And, like, Gabe's house is, like, a really short scene. There's the pool party house. The pool party house. That was just somebody's actual house. And, like, all the set deck was just, like... Yeah. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. But probably for Kayla's room, at least. Kayla's room, at least, is really good. Oh, I gotta make a point. Are you looking at something there? No, you were looking at something. Oh, no. Okay. I gotta make a point. They mentioned this in the commentary. You know, like, the Post-it notes she has hung up? Yeah. The reason they look so, like... They look like they've been there for a while. You know, they're kind of, like, washed out. They're, like, wrinkled and shit. Is because apparently for, like, 2 weeks, they just, like, had it sitting in the room and they run, like, a hot shower and stuff. So they let, like, the steam
actually, you know, like, what is it? They let it, like, you know,
they let it
real.
age a bit.
They let it age a bit, exactly, right? And, like, the way that, like, the steam interacts with the paper, that's a cool detail. It doesn't look like it was
a cool
just
detail
put there.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And, like, a lot of, like, the notes, like, the handwritten notes are, like, very funny in it of itself, but also, like...
I didn't really look into
kind of
those.
sad. Be funny, like, smile more, but there's some that are, like, a lot more specific, right? And it's like, she has so many just posted up. It's kind of sad to think about, but also, like...
It's... her whole room is just, like, really... like, everything here has just, like, so much character...
Yeah.
And like the sets and the costumes too.
Mm-hmm.
Like it can be so easy just to say, like, I don't know, like boring middle class stuff. But everything everyone wears, everything, every prop that the characters interact with, everything in like the set dressing is so like specific. It brings out so much.
Yeah.
Like, even that weird, like, during their graduation, they're wearing, like, green graduation suits.
Uh-huh.
But that's, like, such a thing that a middle school would do, right?
Yeah.
Just, like, we're doing things creative. We've got a little color to this. It's, like, like ugly green, but... Like,
yeah.
Like, Yeah, it's these small details in the set deck. And the costumes.
Oh, that's great.
Like, man, you kind of took a little bit of the magic out for me.
Oh, which part?
Like...
Oh, that it was, like, somebody else's house for, like...
Yeah, I'm sure, like, a little bit of that. Like,
yeah,
I was
sorry.
wondering, like... I don't know. Like, I'm sure they could budget it well.
Commentaries
but, like,
in general just take a lot of the magic out, though.
Oh, they're so fun.
But they're so fun.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I want to listen to it.
Like,
Bo Burnham and Elsie Fisher,
they have so much chemistry.
Yeah.
And they're just so nice to, like, listen to.
Yeah.
And because, like, I think Elsie Fisher is also, like, just such, like, a cool person.
Yeah.
And she's very, like... You're listening to, like, this commentary, and it's, like, filmed when she's, like, 14, but yet, like...
Yeah.
Bo Burnham's, like... I don't know, like, chemistry with her. It's just, like...
Yeah.
He doesn't talk down to her.
Yeah. Elsie Fisher, they're like, I remember reading this once. They said that they're kind of like in person the opposite of Kayla. They're very social.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I can't imagine just watching after this movie, but
God.
You know, yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
sure.
The makeup, that kind of goes with, like, the makeup and sort of lack thereof, in a way.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is...
It's realism, as we were saying. Like...
I don't want to say it, but she has, like, pimples. She has, like, you know...
Yeah.
It's great.
Can't hide that stuff.
I know, but, like...
Yeah. Come on.
Look at Pacific Rim Uprising with the... You know... That's what I was saying. They look too perfect, right? But, like, that's just, like, a normal-ass kid.
Like, Spaney's probably, like, maybe a little... supposed to be a little older.
Probably.
Right?
Know? But still, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Whatever. That's a completely different movie, though. I don't give a shit about that.
Fuck Pacific Rim.
Yeah, we don't have to keep on fucking talking about Pacific Rim Uprising.
Oh, my God. I can't stop thinking.
No.
Continue.
You can easily stop thinking about Pacific Rim Uprising. Cinematography. I wanted to talk about, like, for a background, like, we both go to a film school.
Oh, shit, we do.
We're in our school right now.
Oh, shit, we are. Okay.
Yeah. And we have great teachers, but, like, the shit they say about, like, using Zooms is so
That's just
I
one
don't
teacher,
respect,
though.
It's a few teachers.
Really?
Like, they really don't like Zooms. But I love Zooms.
I love Zooms.
8th grade uses Zooms so well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're funny. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I agree.
And it sort of, it works with the, like, it feels like it was shot on like these on red cameras, which I'm pretty sure were like they're smaller. Like they have the zoom function, and they use it to their advantage. Their feels a little Shut the fuck up.
I'm sorry.
Feels a little like artificial for sure. But that I think that it fits so well.
Yeah.
It kind of, in a good way, it feels like it was shot on like an iPhone.
Huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, which works a lot for the movie and its themes. I wouldn't say that. No. What was I saying? What the fuck was I saying?
The cinematography?
Yes, the cinematography is wonderful.
It is really nice.
Yeah, they don't use a lot of like tripods except when they're zooming, which is like
yeah. You want to
like
yeah.
Like even in like the last scene I noticed, like it is just like a simple like shot reverse shot singles like
yeah.
But it's all handheld.
And it works very well.
It works very well.
It's very fitting.
Like it would be honestly, I think it would be very weird if they were on tripods. I'm a big advocate for tripods.
You are, I know that.
Yes. But
or was I the advocate for the tripod?
No, I'm a big advocate.
Yeah. Okay,
you also might be. I don't maybe I'm just rubbing off on you a lot.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I do want to talk about lighting quickly, though.
Go ahead.
Just the way, like, a lot of scenes are lit. It's going to be obvious, but a lot of scenes are lit from phones and screens, right? So you'll see, like, Kayla's face, like, a lot of the times, especially in her home. Her face will be, like, fully lit from the screen.
Yeah.
And it will be, like, it's very obvious. It's it's lit from a screen versus, like, versus, like, a lot of times, I think, like, when people will try to, like, light screens, they won't do it properly. It won't feel very like natural or cold. You know,
that's it. Like we've been saying, realism.
Yeah,
it works so well for 8th grade.
And I think another thing they talked about, like in the commentary, was like anytime you see Kayla and her father in a room, usually Kayla's being like lit from her screen. And her father is being lit from, like, a natural light source.
Yeah.
And you can see, like, the difference between the cold light and the warm light.
A lot of natural light.
It's very different.
Yeah.
And there's only, like, one or two examples where that isn't the case. Where maybe it's, like, swapped around. Where, like, maybe her dad is being lit from, like, a screen, right?
I don't think your dad uses a lot of screens.
I think there's, like, an ebook.
Yeah, there's an ebook in one shot.
That's what I
remember
mean.
that.
But
that's
she's
like
lit by a
technology.
Like, yeah, but then she's like lit by like a natural, which is just like really interesting to see.
Yeah,
I think that's really fucking cool, and I feel like that's very important to the movie. I guess, right?
Yeah,
and like how much time she spends on the internet.
Yeah,
and also like just the way the internet is shown, but that's like a whole fucking different thing.
It's like but you were saying it's like Gen Z Barry Lyndon.
Yeah.
TLDR. I made a quick point about that. That's something I noticed. Like the dad doesn't use like any sort of technology other than
he does but it's
other
very
than the
like
ebook. I think that like when he's like picking her up from wherever, like he's not just waiting for her like on his phone. He's just like sitting in the car. He's just sitting in the car.
Yeah.
He ain't doing shit.
It's a generational difference.
I guess. If he was like on his phone a lot, like I know that's like my parents are also on their phones a lot. Like it wouldn't have worked for the movie. Like you need that generational divide between her and her father.
Yeah.
Totally. He's I don't know if he's the heart of the movie. He's the heart. He's the moral.
He is the moral. Yeah.
He's the morals. He's the moral ground.
I really like their relationship.
I love it so
They
much.
don't touch much, but then they have a nice hug at the end.
Yeah.
And it's
they're shot like so far away.
Apart.
Like the dinner scene near the beginning where she's on her phone.
Yeah.
Just like zombie like just scrolling through Instagram, liking everything.
Yeah.
Which is such a grade 8 thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah. God. And there's like a 3-minute just take, and it's just one setup basically. It's like a one shot at the dinner table.
Oh god.
And they're just riffing back and forth.
I'm clutching my chest.
And they don't
so
cut in, and it's so fucking great, and it works really great. I think it works really well.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
The editing.
Yeah, the editing is so fucking good.
The editing, of course.
Bo Burnham did not edit this, but I think he's...
Jennifer Lilly.
Yeah.
Jennifer.
There you go.
Lilly.
Jennifer Lilly.
From
I think
Family Guy.
I think the editing is really great in this, but I also do want to make a point. I think Bo Burnham is a fantastic editor, which he edits a lot of his other stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
Inside, which
obviously.
is a fucking monumental. To edit something like that and put something coherent together.
Yeah.
That's a challenge in and of itself. But anyways,
Inside's good. I liked it.
Inside is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I think
That's another time capsule movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He does time capsule movies really well. Also, sorry, Bo Burnham started on the internet. He started on YouTube.
Yeah. I did I not mention that? Yeah.
No, I just think it's very interesting. Remember when I said Kayla really never makes it big, right?
Yeah.
It's very not inspired by Bo Burnham a lot, but I think it's interesting to see he did start out on YouTube, right?
But then he blew up.
He fucking blew the fuck up.
He fucking blew the fuck up.
Yeah.
And now he's
he's so big. But
he's a big man.
It's not a story about him or anything
No. It's barely autobiographical, other than his anxiety attacks, which he's spoken a lot about.
Yeah.
Which inspired the movie, basically.
Yeah.
He's he doesn't go on tour anymore, right?
Yeah.
And this was because whenever he'd go on tour, he'd get major panic attacks, anxiety attacks.
Yeah.
And he said he'd feel like an 8th grade girl.
Yeah.
Whenever he got them.
This is a big movie for people with anxiety.
Yeah. Yeah.
This one was for the people with anxiety everywhere.
Woohoo!
Woo!
Yeah.
I did have another point. Sorry, quickly.
Yeah.
Quickly.
I don't have any more points. So
it's okay. The original title of this movie was not 8th grade. I don't know if you knew that.
I probably read it somewhere. But
yeah, it was The Coolest Girl in the World. Which is what is written on the time capsule.
Ah.
And I'm just curious, what do you think is a better title?
8th grade.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fully fucking agree with that.
Yeah. Coolest Girl in the World. It's a decent title, but it doesn't tell much about the 8th grade. Is,
yeah.
I mean, as we were saying, 8th grade is just the movie is universal, basically. Everyone's had these experiences.
Yeah.
Whether you were a social kid, whether you were the what's the pool party girl, Stephanie? I don't know. Was it Stephanie?
I don't think it was Stephanie.
It's Stephanie. Whether you're a Stephanie, a Stacy as they call them,
with it, yeah.
Or a Kayla.
Kennedy. It was Kennedy.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Because yeah.
So Kennedy Graves. I feel like I'm remembering the word. Whatever. That's.
I don't know.
It just says Kennedy.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Whether you're a Kennedy.
You know. Kayla.
One of those Kennedys.
Yeah. Sorry, I got distracted trying to find the name.
Yes, you did.
You want to continue here?
Yeah. I think that's all I have to say about 8th grade.
Yeah,
Great
me
movie.
too. I really loved it. I'm happy you finally watched it.
I finally finished it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you made me watch it.
I did make you watch it. Maybe you'll watch it again in the future.
I might, actually. That was a good movie.
I feel like this is a good...
If I rewatch it, I think I'd have a better time with it.
This would be a good movie to watch as a parent. A dad.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I know.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, Yeah, you know why. It's like you're entering the mind of a
well, just like the relationship between I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Look back on it one day and be like, I remember LeBron James.
LeBron James.
Like
the principal dabs.
Yeah.
Near the beginning. Yeah.
Okay.
And the Adventure Time stickers on her shoebox.
Oh yeah, right.
Like the BuzzFeed quizzes.
The fucking
that
BuzzFeed
she takes
quizzes, yeah.
Are like, that was a specific time.
You've done those.
I
know you've fucking done those. I've done those. We've all done them.
Yeah. Even if you're two macho heterosexual men like us, like me and Steven here, we've taken those Disney princess BuzzFeed quizzes.
What kind of pony are you?
What kind of
what?
Oh, My Little Pony.
Yeah.
I don't know, Fluttershy.
Yeah.
I don't know which one that was.
All right.
My sister was really big on My Little Pony.
Shall we move on?
Yeah. Speaking of my sister, this reminds me a lot of my sister. I'm just gonna put that out.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not gonna elaborate.
That's
too personal, but
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, man. Yeah, man. Preteen girl, huh?
Next movie.
No, wait. This wasn't a big awards player. I don't have a lot of awards for this.
I thought
movie.
you went. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, as I was saying, like Golden Globes, it got that. Elsie Fisher got the nomination for actress in a musical / comedy, which is just actress in a comedy, basically. Now in the 21st century, and it did pretty well at the Indie Spirit Awards. Of course, I believe hosted by Aubrey Plaza that year. Nominated for actress Elsie Fisher, supporting actor for Josh Hamilton, and best feature was nominated. Not first feature, for some reason.
Oh.
Which is weird. I don't know. Indie Spirit's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But it won for first screenplay.
Nice.
I don't know if you saw his acceptance speech.
No.
It's pretty good. He's just like, yeah, he has something, like Bo Burnham just says something like, have fun at the Oscars, losers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I know that, yeah.
He's a funny guy. You put him up on a stage and he's a funny guy.
He's a funny guy.
Moving on to our next movie. Our final movie of the evening, which I suppose I will introduce.
Yeah.
It is the movie directed by Yorgos Lanthimos, produced by Cece Dempsey, Ed Guini, Yorgos Lanthimos, and Lee Madigan. It is 2018's The Favorite. The Favorite. That's favorite with a U. Because it's a British movie.
Right. We write it like that.
Yeah, because we're like under the rule of the
I just don't know why you specify.
Well, those Americans, man.
Those Americans.
Those Americans. They're spelling things without a U. Color, huh? Favorite, huh? What is your favorite color, Stephen?
Blue.
Cool. So this is The Favorite. This is a movie about the rule of Queen Anne and her two favorites, the ladies in her life that she loves. That she loves it when they stick their tongues up her. I say cunt a lot. Can
Vagina.
I say cunt?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
It's a British movie. You're allowed to talk about. You're allowed to say cunt when you talk about British people, like Margaret Thatcher. But Margaret Thatcher has nothing to do with this movie. Thank God.
Yeah. Stop talking about Margaret Thatcher.
Yeah. Sorry. This is a different ruler of Britain. It has a different prime minister. The prime minister is Nicholas Hoult.
Yeah, hilarious.
Yeah,
Great
it's so
casting.
good. Where do I start? This movie was based on a draft by Deborah Davis, who wrote it while she was in like college or something.
Oh.
And she submitted it to these producers. I think Ed Guiney,
Okay.
and Lee Madigay, who of course gave it to Yorgos Lanthimos, who then sent Tony McNamara to help spice up the script.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So credited
awesome.
writers are Deborah Davis and Tony McNamara.
Hmm.
I don't know. Have you seen The Great?
No.
Yeah, it's.
No, I have not.
Do you know about it?
No.
Like it's a show that Tony McNamara like created, like after The Favorite.
Oh, after.
Yeah, which is like.
Huh.
Kind of. It's very similar to The Favorite. It has that style of writing. It has like Nicholas Hoult.
It does.
Yeah, it's about. Not the Russian Revolution, but like. God, I can't remember. Like, but he's like the king of Russia, and he marries Elle Fanning, and Elle Fanning hates him. That's the show.
Is that a comedy?
It's a comedy show. It's pretty good. I watched it with my parents. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's a third season out, but I haven't watched it yet. Yeah. So back to The Favorite. I just don't know where to start about this.
What did you think?
I think it is a fantastic movie. It is my favorite from Yorgos Lanthimos, who actually has his next movies coming out as of the time of this recording, like
a few days.
Yeah.
No.
I think
today.
I think like today.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Like it's supposed to come out tomorrow, but like the wide release, like I'm probably gonna have to wait a week to see it.
Yeah.
At my local
probably.
landmark.
Skip work, man.
I have to, man.
Damn it.
All
right. Anyways.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Aren't you gonna ask me what I thought?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I thought so.
I think the sound design is very great.
Well.
Oh yeah. You implied that you didn't like it earlier. Was that a lie?
You want to ask me?
I just asked you. Was that a lie? Did you like it?
I didn't watch this movie either.
You watched the commentary?
No. I watched it.
You bastard.
I watched it. No, I loved it.
Okay, good.
It's great. It's a lot better on a rewatch.
Mm-hmm.
Gets better and better.
Yeah.
I like it more and more, and you know what? Might be my favorite too of him.
Yeah.
Not that I've seen a lot. Oh, I've seen Lobster.
I've seen Lobster.
Poor Things.
I've seen
this. Yeah. Okay. Anyways.
I
think it's
I think those are the ones that I've seen too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 great performances specifically.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of other great performances, but I'm gonna say like the main 3.
Horatio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah, just a fucking great movie, honestly.
Yeah. It's got this like Tony McNamara has this specific energy in his script that really shouldn't work. It's very vulgar.
Yeah.
Like it's like he could be writing scripts for like Todd Phillips.
Oh no.
Like Todd Phillips, like in the mid 2000s.
I could see that actually.
Like yeah, like that's kind of vulgarity. Vulgar humor, like randomly
Phillips.
say like the C word. You know?
Yeah.
Like someone will say like cunt, and the joke is like they said the word cunt.
That dude should have write the script for the next Joker.
Yeah, he wrote the script for Cruella. Did you know that?
I did, which is just like knockoff Joker, but then Joker's like knockoff. Whatever, yeah. It's girl Joker.
Joker.
I also don't like the script to Cruella.
I haven't seen Cruella, but it was probably like
weaker. But it's
he
probably
like wrote a draft, or he wrote like a first draft, and
there's like the word cunt written over, like all over it.
Yeah, yeah. Cruella, you cunt.
Yeah, I think.
How many times do you think we can say the word cunt?
A lot.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Should we stop it?
Yeah, probably stop that.
We're
anyway,
Canadian. We're under the British monarchy.
Sure, but yeah. Fuck that. Yeah, that's probably a Disney interference thing there. I gotta think because it is a fucking fantastic script.
Yeah.
Right. This is a movie that feels like it was adapted from a book.
Yeah, I thought it was adapted.
It's also like in chapters, which
it is not adapted. It is original.
Yeah.
Original screenplay.
Maybe I'm just like
possible. Possible. Very possible.
I think I'm just thrown off by the fact. Yeah, it's like written in chapters. It's like this like mid-century.
It feels like
period piece.
Like those kinds of movies, like a biopic was like sneakily based off a biography book.
Yeah. Like
I think like the backstory behind this, like why we know about this history was Rachel Weisz's character in the movie. I forget her name, but she wrote like a book about all this.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I believe I didn't really I should have looked into this, but I believe that is the backstory.
That makes sense.
Yeah, like
I can see that.
Like near the end she's sort of like threatening it.
Yeah.
Like you have to
sure.
leave that slut Emma Stone or whatever she says.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
something like that.
Yeah, a lot of those words are thrown around.
A lot of those words.
Those sexist slurs.
Yeah.
Olivia Colman at the Golden Globes, her acceptance speech was she thanked her bitches.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Can I say something?
No. Anyway, like go on.
Thank you. I don't like a lot of period pieces like this that are set in like this specific like Victorian era.
Oh yeah.
I don't like them. Like not even a lot of like the well-written ones.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I also do. I just don't like this time period. I think it's usually very boring. I feel like the people there are very boring. I know there's like a lot of exceptions to that, but I think this is one of the biggest ones.
Yeah.
Not only because not only how vulgar the characters are, and like, I mean, the situations aren't as boring. Mm-hmm. There's like a lot of really strong characters.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like, it's rich white people. It's like
and
they're very fucking boring, and that's like usually
around this time period are like the kings and queens.
Yeah.
And like if they're about like the poor, it's not generally like very interesting.
Well, it's just usually never interesting to me. Yeah. I'm like, if I was ever born around this time, I think I would have killed myself.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have died. I'm very weak.
Yeah. I would have just. I just wouldn't want to live.
Yeah.
It's not a good time to live.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For many reasons. Anyways, very fucking good movie. I think not just like it's not just because like, you know, like the vulgarness or whatever. The production design so fucking good.
Yeah.
The score, the direction.
Yeah, the score is
cinematography.
The score, did you know it's not like original at all? It's a bunch of classical pieces.
Sure.
So when we do awards, you can't nominate this for score.
Fuck.
Yeah, I know it's so good. It works so well. Good.
But it works very well in the context, which makes sense.
Yeah.
But, anyways, what was I saying, Sydney?
The technical aspects.
Yeah, it feels so modern in some way.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's what
It's got those like filming like the fisheye lens.
Fucking fisheye lenses. I love that. I love the use of like fisheye lenses in movies, and I think Yorgos is starting to him and his DP, right? Bring it up.
Robbie Ryan.
Oh my god, it looks so fucking good. Mm-hmm. And like, it's not even like the whole movie shot like that, right? Mm-hmm. It would cut like between like these very wide lenses, and then more of like, you know, you'd have a more like normal shots.
Yeah.
Right? And the contrast, I feel like it just shouldn't fucking work. Mm-hmm. But it does. It somehow does, like the cutting between it.
It just gives this odd energy.
It does.
Like, I don't want to use this term to describe Yorgos's movies because I feel like they're a lot better than what. But like, oddball cinema.
Sure.
Yeah,
I can see it.
Like, I don't know. You take the script and all the characters are like oddballs.
Yeah.
They're weirdos.
Yeah, sure.
They're creeps.
They're creeps.
What the hell are they doing here?
I don't know. Almost slipped that past me, but.
Yeah, it's like a queen who doesn't understand politics, doesn't know how to rule.
She's basically a child.
Yeah, but there's like, and like there's something to say about Olivia Colman's performance in this movie, which is like magnificent.
Yeah.
And of course, like she won the Oscar, she won the BAFTA, she won the Globe for a musical and a musical comedy, beating out Elsie Fisher.
Of course, yeah.
And like her and the character she's given is so great. Like like you remember like where she was like before this movie came out. Like no one knew Olivia Colman. She was just like she was in a bunch of like she was in like Hot Fuzz.
Yeah,
yeah.
She was in a bunch of movies. I think
and
I
she
knew
was
her
in like
from, like Peep Show.
Peep Show was another thing. Like
yeah.
And she was in The Lobster. She like She was like.
I wouldn't
she's
say
like
I
a character
didn't know her.
actor. Yeah,
but
she's like a character actress at this point. She's like someone who shows up is like really funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but this movie, she's somehow she got the lead. Like, obviously because like Yorgos like worked with her before and like understands how great she is.
Mm-hmm.
But this movie just like obviously catapulted her. Like, I hadn't heard of her. Like, I know I was 14, but I hadn't heard of her. I know have you heard of her before this? Okay.
Peep Show.
Peep Show. Who's this guy? Peep Show.
She's a pretty main character. I don't know.
Yeah, she's like a main character in Peep Show.
And then obviously like her. Anyways, yeah.
She's great in Hot Fuzz. She's like
she's a really good actress, but yeah, this is like
this is like a whole other level.
So she's you would classify her as a lead. This is stupid to say, but I'm
just
thinking
I wanted
about
to bring this up too, because like
who would you consider the lead? Like Emma Stone.
Yeah.
She's I would consider her the main character.
This is hard. I would go for like all three of them because I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hard to say because like the movie sort of shifts perspectives.
I feel like it's mainly on Emma Stone though.
Really? Okay. Because I feel like maybe like in the beginning it's more of an Emma Stone movie, and then it sort of like shifts to Rachel Weisz.
Yeah, I wasn't
like in a bit.
I can't tell if like she's a supporting or whatever. I don't know if it matters that much.
Yeah.
It's like,
but I think like at the end it's more of like Olivia Colman is the lead of that movie, which is why she got all the leading awards. Like people left that movie thinking like, oh, Olivia Colman.
Really?
Like, and she's like, and obviously she's like the biggest presence, I think. Like she has the most like clear character arc of the movie.
Yeah.
Like like the whole movie is just about her losing her soul, basically.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know if she had the biggest character arc or Emma Stone's character, but
what would be Emma Stone's character arc? I think Emma Stone just,
I don't know. She's like born wealthy, then becomes like more of like a peasant, right?
Yeah,
then works her way up and is like has this very like nice,
I think she's like the biggest
delusional.
I think she's a villain, honestly.
She is a villain.
Yeah,
she very much is. She's like very deceitful. She's a liar,
Yeah,
she just
like Cruella.
Like Cruella.
Yeah.
She just wants to get to this place of power and then doesn't know what to do with it. I guess.
Yeah.
She really stumbles with that power. And then she learns that power isn't what she thought it would be.
Does she?
I guess. Well,
I think she's.
I think it gets really put into perspective at the end what power is, and that she doesn't actually obtain it.
Yeah, maybe in that. Yeah.
I think that's like. I think one of the biggest themes of this movie is power.
Yes.
That's what I came away with. I'm like, this movie is just about fucking power and like the dynamics between people and what you think power is versus, you know, whether you have it or you don't. Who actually carries that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right? And it's Olivia Colman.
Because she was like born into it. She's
exactly. She's the fucking
monarch.
queen.
Yeah.
She's the queen. You can't get higher than the queen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would love to get high with the queen.
I made a little weed motion with my hands.
Anyways, yeah.
Yeah. I'd be willing to put Emma Stone in the lead category with Olivia Colman and maybe Rachel Weisz as supporting, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like I came away with this movie thinking, and I don't know, all three of them are like
Emma
leads.
Stone won the Oscar.
No.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Wait.
Emma Stone has
shit.
she won for Poor Things.
She won for Poor Things.
Yes.
Dude, I can't believe we're doing an Oscars fucking podcast.
Get out of here.
I'm sorry. I know. I'm
bringing
You're here for a reason.
Meryl Streep, man. You're getting replaced.
Yeah,
Meryl
fair
Streep is waiting out there.
Oh.
Yeah. And she's she's waiting in line. All right.
I'll do better, I promise.
Yeah. Or I'll bring Meryl in there. All right?
All right, I'll do better. Anyways.
Anyways.
She didn't win the Oscar.
She was nominated.
She was definitely nominated. I remember that. What else did she win for?
La La Land.
That's maybe what I'm confusing with.
Yes.
Okay. Anyways, that makes a lot more sense because I was thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, Olivia Colman versus Emma Stone. I thought people more took away Emma Stone's performance in this.
Really?
I didn't. I really was more focused on Olivia Colman. She's so fucking broken in it.
You think people?
Yes.
I think
completely.
people like really took to Olivia Colman after this.
I
like
think
she's like a full blown movie star now because of this
Yeah.
weirdo like art movie by some guy from Greece.
Weirdo art movie, but I think this is like his most like mainstream movie.
Not anymore.
I guess, but like, well, at the time at least. You look at his like past works and how fucking dry and strange.
Yeah, I gotta watch
were.
Dogtooth.
Well, maybe. But you look how just like, especially dry. He has a very like dry sense of humor.
Yeah.
And I think this carries through, but I think like not as much as his previous stuff.
Okay.
Like I do feel like this is like more of a accessible movie in a lot of senses, right? I think it was so big because like just for a reason, you know what I mean, compared to like anything he's done before. And I can feel like I can see like a shift where he still is doing this like art house thing, but he is leaning more into like a mainstream kind of like it's a very like middle line, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because it is a big like studio backing this.
Yeah, Fox
Right?
Searchlight.
But it was never like he
On
was never
Disney
with a
Plus.
big studio before.
Yeah.
It was like A24 usually
yeah,
picked
yeah,
up
yeah,
this
yeah.
stuff or like
Yeah.
whatever smaller like studios.
A24 did Sacred Deer, right?
Yeah, and
Lobster?
Lobster.
Okay, yeah, and those were his American movies.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
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 But anyways, like I'm just saying like this is definitely like it finds a thin line I think between like mainstream and art house.
Yes.
And I think that's what I really think is cool about it. Because it's
got this it's just a weirdo movie.
Yeah, and it's I feel like it is a lot like kind of experimental in a lot of points.
A lot of it's experimental, but it's also got a lot of broad comedy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what makes it so accessible. Like, the character arcs are like really well disguised, I think.
Yeah.
Like a lot of it like really hits you in that final shot.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is just like 2 minutes of like cross overlaid.
Yeah. I love
like Emma Stone rubbing Olivia Colman's feet, overlaid with Olivia Colman watching her,
Her feet.
overlaid with her rabbits.
Her feet.
Her feet.
You said her feet.
She's rubbing her feet, right? Or rubbing, like, her leg or something.
Yeah?
In that final shot?
Yeah?
What's she doing? What? Why are you looking at me like that? What's she doing in that final shot? What am I missing?
Yeah? You think that's what's happening?
Oh, is she fingering her? I forget. Well, stop looking at me like that. Say, is she fingering her?
I'm pretty sure she's fingering her.
Okay,
And that's why... Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I'm still in 8th grade. I didn't.
He's new.
I never graduated. I lied before.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Anyways, little boy. Sorry, that's
Okay.
fucking weird. Cut that.
Yeah. Okay. No, we're keeping that in.
Oh, god damn it.
We're keeping in you calling me little boy because it turns me on and I want to keep it in. I want to. Yeah.
You just say you were in 8th grade.
Yeah, but I'm a grown ass man. I just never graduated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm legal. Don't worry.
Anyways, yeah.
So anyway, yes, she's getting fingered.
Yeah.
And it's overlaid with her rabbits.
Her rabbits.
Which are like a constant point of like symbolism. Like, it's a very obvious symbol for like Queen Anne and her like emotional scars. Like like she's like that's a real thing. Like the real like Queen Anne, she lost like 17 children. Okay. Like that's awful. Like like she says that, and you understand her entire character, and like she's a very like fragile, emotional person who's like sort of put in this like powerful position because of like her family, right? Like the best thing this movie does is make you feel bad for the Queen of England.
Yeah,
you know?
Right.
Like like. That is a horrible position. Like people, like people will take advantage of that. Like that's the whole. That's the whole thing. But like like that's what I think. Like Olivia Colman's arc, Queen Anne's arc, I should say, is the main focus of this movie. Like Rachel Weisz is like fucking her. You know.
Yeah, fucking her. In what way?
Fingering.
Oh.
Yes. Or in what do you mean in what way? Fucking. Has sex.
Okay, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. They're in a secret relationship together. And do you think Rachel Weisz is actually like in love with?
That's what I was going to ask. Yeah.
Yeah, I think she is, but like
I think there's a love there. Yeah.
There is a love there, but like still like
But I think she loves her country more.
Does she? She doesn't want to end the war.
Well,
she wants her husband to die.
Yeah, I mean, but she is fucking passionate about that.
Yes.
To an extreme.
But there is also a love for Queen Anne, but an abuse as well.
Yeah.
You know?
She's almost using her, but I think she still loves her deep down.
Yes.
And that's the difference between Emma Stone's character.
Emma Stone
does not fucking love her.
I think she is a straight woman.
Yeah, she's just fucking using her.
Yeah,
completely
using her
for her power.
Yeah, using her for like.
That's it.
Her class, basically.
Yeah.
Like, not really for any like political power. A bit at the end, like she gets Nicholas Hoult elected. I don't really. I gotta admit, I didn't really pay attention to the politics of this movie.
It's okay. It kind of goes past. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. I picked up on it a bit more, but anyways, yeah.
Yeah, like Rachel Weisz is using her for political purposes.
Yeah.
Of course. And Emma Stone is using her to move up class-wise.
But that's the difference between she loves her and Emma Stone doesn't.
Yeah. Emma Stone is the worst person in this movie.
She's so fucking like...
Yeah, unless Horatio the Duck committed some sort of crime or something.
Oh.
Yeah.
God. Oh, also, I just got reminded how fucking... This movie feels like so fratty at times. Like, the guys in this movie feel like frat boys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's a lot of that in The Great as well.
Really? Yeah. They're like throwing like shit at each other.
Yeah.
Like they're doing duck races. You know,
like frat boy shit.
It's just frat boy shit.
Yeah.
And yet they're like in such like a high, and then they're at the same time they're talking about like sending off people to war and like continuing this. You know, like it's so casually, but they're just frat boys.
Yeah.
I think it's so real, man. It's so real. They're just rich white boys who have these fucking
politics.
That's politics.
That's maybe why it resonated so well, like in the age of 2018. Like we're right in the middle of like the presidency of the big orange man himself, Trump, which is like it's like probably the frattiest president.
Oh God, yeah.
Maybe like unless you count.
Well,
maybe John F. Kennedy.
Okay, yeah. Did Bush party a lot? Do you like
which Bush?
You know which Bush.
Moving on
Yeah.
from Bush talk. Let's talk Bush. Let's talk about a different kind of Bush here. You know.
Oh.
Hey. Hey-o. Yeah.
What kind? Be very specific.
Anyway.
Very fratty, yeah.
Very fratty.
And I think, like, that's, like, the whole thing. It's, like, these people in power, and they don't know how to either use it properly or don't want to be in this position, I guess. And they're just children. A lot of the time, they just act like fucking children. They're not responsible.
Yeah, I didn't
I'm not trying to get political.
Make that connection, but yeah.
I don't want to get political here. But Olivia Colman's character specifically, she's such a child.
Yes.
She's such a child. That's the only way I can perceive her. But at the same time, she does have, like, the emotional scars of, like...
Yeah, she's in the mental state of, like, a child.
But she's been through so much. Like, yeah, the weight of losing all that children, like, all those children. That's something, like, that will just fucking break you. You know what I mean? And it's like, it really hurts to think about. And you can really see that pain in her performance.
Yes.
It soaks through.
It's a very broad comedic performance.
But also so, like...
But also, like, there's such tragedy in there. Yeah. Like, it's an insane performance. Like, it's crazy. It's really no wonder why, like... She's such a big star now. Like
yeah.
Like this movie has everything. It's got for her specifically. It's got her like it shows off her comedic chops. You know, nothing like a bit of girl on girl. You know. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
This
guy gets it. This guy gets it.
Nothing better.
That's the line, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Think.
Yeah. You get to show her off her comedic chops. A lot of, and like she eases into the tragedy of the character so well. The tragedy is also very broad. But it's not like an overacting.
No.
In a way.
Not at all.
Like maybe in a different kind of movie it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she does go very, like, loud and eccentric with her performance at points. She'll, like, have, like...
I mean, the best parts of her performance, I think, are just when she yells.
Yeah, she just, like, fucking snaps.
And when she's yelling at the musicians in the courtyard.
Yeah.
It's, like, very, like...
The children. There were children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. That specific scene, she's... so great, and she's very broad, of course.
Yeah,
it's like funny in a weird way, but also you get that sense of like the emotional scars this character has related to that song. There's a sense of history that you get from that one little scene like that.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, I know.
She's so good.
We can talk about her a lot.
Yeah.
Who else is great? Nicholas Hoult.
Nicholas Hoult.
I know. He's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
He's such a great actor. He's so specific, but I think...
Yeah, you'd like the great. He's in it a lot more. He's like the lead, basically.
Yeah.
He's the co-lead with Elle Fanning.
He's also kind of like... I wouldn't call him ratty. I almost want to call him like a weasel.
Yeah?
Like what animal does he remind you of? I almost think of like a weasel.
I'm not sure. Maybe not a duck. He doesn't like ducks. I
can see a duck.
Nicholas Holt's character in this is a little weird. Like at times he feels like the straight man. He's the one going like, why do you have a duck on your lap? Why is the Queen listening to you, Rachel Weisz? Why is she listening to you, Emma Stone? What the hell is going on? All this is so stupid. But then you get like moments where he just pushes Emma Stone into a ditch.
Oh, a lot of moments like that.
And he is like the third sort of like manipulator of the Queen, I think.
Yeah. God damn.
He I think he has the most reasonable political stances. End the war.
Yeah.
Let's not have a riot here. Let's
That sounds good to me, yeah.
But he loves gossip so much.
He does, yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
It's like
he's one of the girls.
He's one of the girls.
I think, yeah. Such a girls' movie in the best way possible.
It's a sleepover movie.
It's a sleepover movie.
Yeah.
It's such a girls' movie.
Yeah,
it's about girls being secretly mean to other girls behind another girl's back.
It'd make a good double feature with Mean Girls.
Yeah.
You know?
It kind of would, yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. I love how fucking evil they are to each other. Specifically Emma Stone. So, well, they're both fucking evil to each other, right? And they're just doing it behind Olivia Colman's back and trying to like pretend nice to each other.
Like when she throws books at her.
Yeah. Yeah. But I see past you see obviously so past that.
It is kind of thinking about it more, I think it is like a pretty good like sleepover movie. It's in that genre in a weird way.
Yeah.
Like you have it on with the girls. Have a good time.
Yeah.
like that book scene in the library with she's looking through the books.
Uh-huh.
She's like, I can't find this book. I just she's just hurling books at Emma Stone.
Uh-huh.
Casually.
This is a girls' movie.
Yeah, and Horatio, the fastest duck in the country.
Yeah.
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 Horatio. I was looking through the IMDb credits. Horatio has his own IMDb page.
Really?
And he has no other parts, but he's credited as the fastest duck in the country. That's his character name.
That's fucking awesome. That's why you keep mentioning this fucking duck. Now it makes sense.
It's such a weird element. It's got this. It's a real like Oscar movie. Like that's sort of why
Can we nominate Horatio?
I wouldn't. He doesn't give a great performance.
What?
It's a duck. I don't know.
What?
It's not on the same level as
best actor.
Best. It would be a supporting actor.
Best supporting actor.
And he's not as good as Josh Hamilton.
Yeah, on par.
Yeah, maybe better than
maybe on par.
Charlie Day.
Okay. Anyways, anything else to say about The Favorite?
It's
probably a lot.
Sound design.
Great.
Yeah, like it really like actually like sticks out for me.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
Like you have those scenes where sound is used like geniusly. God, there's this one scene. It's a scene before a scene where Emma Stone and Rachel Weisz are shooting birds.
You see, you talk about something. You're like, you mentioned something. I'm thinking about the same thing.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
And there's the scene before it where the gunshots like overlay over it for like a long time.
A while, yeah.
Yeah, like there's
and it sounds like it's coming outside, but it's very clear.
30 seconds.
Yeah.
This like tense scene.
Mm-hmm.
and you just hear these like bang, loud gunshots, like bang, do it right in front of my mic, because fuck you, bang, you know?
Yeah. I know, it's great. That's so good.
And it's there's such harsh sounds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Like that scene in Boogie Nights with the firecrackers.
Yeah. You know how to get me going, man.
I know how to get you going,
Boogie
man. Boogie Nights.
Oh, shit. Oh.
It's the new Boogie Nights.
I love this year, but we should have done 1997.
We can do 1997.
Yeah.
You think this is the only year we're doing?
Yes.
Really?
I'm gonna, like, shoot myself after this.
Really? I can't tell if you're joking or not.
What do you mean? I'm not gonna kill myself. Come on. I'm living a very good life.
Yeah, there you go.
And, like, I have a lot to live up to in the future. Like, I don't want to kill myself now. I don't know. Maybe when I'm, like, 75.
That's a good year.
We talked about the cinematography, production design, hair and makeup. I think it's really good.
Fucking great, yeah.
Like,
obviously.
All of the technical aspects, like,
everyone's so strong.
Yes.
Everyone's so strong. It blends together perfectly.
Like, even the obvious, like, makeup stuff, like Rachel Weisz's, like, scar.
Oh.
That last.
I thought you meant, like, even, like, or just anyone.
The
anyone in the
badger.
scene, the powdered wigs, like the...
Yeah, like, those obvious makeup choices are, like, they're really good, obviously. But, like, I think, like, Olivia Colman's, the work done on her is just, like, specifically... really good. Like...
How so?
Like, it matches the character pretty well. Like, she's very gaunt. She's constantly sick.
Yeah.
It's, like, basically on the verge of death.
Yeah.
The whole time. So she always has to look like that.
Yeah.
And it's such subtle work, but you watch the movie and she looks... This might just be, like... It might even just be the performance, which, like... I'm sure it plays into it a lot, but the makeup looks like a gaunt person being put under, like, heavy makeup.
Yeah. See that?
And the hair is really good. Like,
it's all great.
Emma Stone, like, looks completely different, I think.
Really?
Like, than the usual.
Emma Stone just looks like Emma Stone to me, but I get kind of what you mean.
She's a little faded, I think.
Okay.
Which, like, yeah, you don't want someone in this looking like Emma Stone.
No, you don't.
But she fits so well into this because of, like,
the
hair and makeup.
And speaking of Emma Stone, she has such a weird fucking career, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Like, she started out in, like...
Malcolm in the Middle.
Sure, she wasn't Malcolm in the Middle.
God damn it, Steven.
Is that her first role? No.
I don't think so.
Okay, yeah, but she was, like, in, like,
Superbad,
Superbad, Easy A,
yeah.
you know, like, all these, like...
teen comedies.
All these
the
teen
House
comedies.
Bunny.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And her move from, like, that to whatever the fuck she's doing right now... Like, she's, like, in, like, every Yorgos project. I don't think Yorgos is going to let go of that woman.
Yeah.
She's, like, a producer. She's like...
I sent you those...
you
one
did.
of those pictures, like, in a photo shoot where she's just, like, a housewife with a bunch of dogs.
Yeah.
Like a suburban...
I swear, they're going to leave their partners for each other.
Sure, I don't know.
I don't know. I just... You know what? Know. They're such strong collaborators. You see, like... Yeah. Like, you search up any future Yorgos project, too, and it's almost like... It's always like...
They're always with Emma Stone.
Always with Emma Stone.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, yeah, like, The Favorite, that's where it started. Now Poor Things, now Kinds of Kindness. And, like, even any future one, it's like Emma Stone.
Yeah.
And she's doing such, like, weird things with her career.
She's producing a lot.
She produced so much.
I Saw the TV Glow.
Yeah, and a lot of, like, Problemista.
Yeah.
The Curse. I think she was a producer on that.
Yeah, I think so, too.
A lot of
and, like, she's producing Nathan Fielder's next movie.
All A24
about
things.
the chess guy with anal beads.
Checkmate.
Is that? That's what the movie's about.
Really?
It's about that incident.
Oh, my God. I got to read up on this.
Yeah. I
so
think
excited.
it is. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll watch it, yeah. I don't think she's in that movie, but she's producing it.
Yeah, she may have a small role, but...
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, anyways. But yeah, her career is so interesting.
Yeah, and even still with all these, like, weird art movies, she's a movie star.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yeah, Poor Things Poor Things crossed like $100 million.
Shocking. And probably, like, it's a very beneficial win-win for Yorgos and Emma Stone. She gets to do these weird projects, and, you know, Yorgos gets to do these weird projects again, like the projects he would have done, but have a more, like, mainstream appeal.
Yes.
And appeal to, like, the Oscars.
I think
and,
even,
like,
Yorgos
awards.
himself is becoming such a name himself. Like,
It's so fucking weird.
Like my dad was asking me if I'm going to see the new Yorgos movie.
Which is so weird, but he
Like,
has such a distinctive style.
Yeah.
I think that's a big thing.
Like he's like those like Guillermo del Toro's, which like, or like Wes Anderson's. Like you can really compare him to Wes Anderson, especially The Lobster.
Oh god,
which is like
he may become the new Wes Anderson. I don't know.
Yeah, but I like Yorgos a lot better.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, until he gets really weird, until he gets like really
weird.
I don't know. Until he gets really Wes.
I hope he gets,
like I don't know.
Oh,
if he gets like. If he gets to that point that Wes is at right now,
I don't
like
think he will.
French Dispatch and
be
Asteroid City.
His movies seem to be doing like
Asteroid Shitty, more like.
Thank you, Sydney. I like their collaborations though. I think it's very like they work well in tandem together.
Mm-hmm.
Again, Emma Stone can really like be a lot weirder and freakier. You know, freakier because of this, and still not like, kind of like Fallout.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like she still has that major appeal.
Yes.
Which is so important. I don't know how the fuck she's doing it, but good for her. She's gonna this Emma Stone person. She's gonna be something big.
Mm-hmm. You want to talk about the costumes? Legendary Sandy Powell has done like all of Scorsese's costumes.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
They're great.
Yeah.
They're so good. Every single one. So elegant.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know.
Yeah.
I mean.
It's hard to tell, I think.
It's a Victorian.
Like, Victorian. Like, those just jump out to me as, like, the easy Oscar costume winners. Yeah. Like, that, it kind of tarnished my view of them. Like, it's good work.
Okay.
But I don't know, yeah.
Sure. But it's still, like, I think it's still.
Rachel Weisz wears pants. Yeah.
I think it's still better than your normal Victorian period piece, which I think is
like
interesting.
Sandy Powell. She's great.
Yeah.
She's good in like period pieces, like the Scorsese movies.
Yeah. What's the next one?
Editing.
Which
we talked about. It's
so great.
Yeah.
Pacing
it's
really
like fantastic. It's like really, really insanely well edited. Like
it's not like it has like a sense of style too within the editing, which is great.
It's his like Yorgos's collaborator for like years. I think ever since like his first movie.
It's working. It's working so well.
Another guy named Yorgos.
Really? Oh yeah.
Mavropsaridis. I looked this up last night how to pronounce his name. I think I did it right. Okay. Anything you want to talk about with like effects? I think a lot of the effects work is like invisible. It's not like Pacific Rim or like.
Oh really? No, it's probably like with like the mansion, anything or not mansion.
Yeah, like I don't know if we need like
environment,
a CG bird in the background
that
they have to shoot.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
sure.
It's not like it.
I don't know how crazy they went on.
So far, it's my effects winner because Pacific Rim is so fucking terrible.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
I'll give it to Pacific Rim just out of. I don't know. Just.
No.
I don't know.
So far, with these three movies, Pacific Rim is like my best actor winner so far. But that's only because.
The fuck?
Well, that's only because these last two movies have like female leads. They don't have a best.
Josh? Can't count Josh?
Supporting actor.
Can't count Nicholas Hoult.
He's very supporting.
My God, I'm not gonna let that one slide.
Hey, man, look, listen. Jeez. All right. Whoa, hold on.
Charlie Day.
He's not a lead.
I don't care.
Leading actor.
Okay.
We have one leading actor. Who's your leading actor win so far?
Fucking
It's got to be John Boyega. He's the only
one.
I'm sorry.
He can't win by default.
Well, we're at 3 movies.
All right.
We've got so much.
Fine. Fine, whatever.
Next episode, he'll probably get dropped off.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Directing, amazing.
Yeah. Everything. Like, technically, it's so fucking great.
Cinematography, amazing.
Amazing, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, great movie.
So fucking well lit.
Oh, yeah, I wanted to say that. Like,
God.
it is... Like, I mentioned, like, 8th grade was, like, the...
Yeah.
Like, Gen Z Barry Lyndon. But, like, this is, like, basically Barry Lyndon.
Yeah.
Like, with better technology, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, you probably don't need, like, space-age cameras.
Right.
Yeah. NASA-produced lenses to get these, like, candlelights. But, yeah, it looks great. Like, there are those scenes that are just lit by candle.
So many. And you'd have, like, these harsh lights coming from the window. Mm-hmm. And inside it's so dark, and it's just, like, these fucking blinding lights.
The color palette is so
It's so good. It's very, like, a lot of it is very orange.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of, like, the candlelit scenes.
Yes.
Right? And it's, like, I mean, we don't have this... They didn't have the same lighting we did, right?
Yeah.
It's very dark and dim in there.
Yes.
And it's... It's very...
It is, like, almost perfect. My one gripe is that, I don't know, I think... I love Yorgos, but I do think, like, the style kind of grates on me at some points. Like, yeah.
In what way?
Like, it might just be, like, the Tony McNamara, like, script stuff. Like, the vulgarity is, like, okay, I don't know. You went a bit too far here. I love it, okay? I love the movie. But there are those moments where it
I don't know.
It crosses the line a little bit.
Okay.
For me.
Not for me.
Like, yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
But that's it probably won't be like my picture winner. Probably. Like, even now I'm thinking I won't mention it on mic, but like there are movies that I just love so much more than this.
Really? I might have expected this to be like...
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I expected this to be your pick.
Okay.
And I would have been, like, fine with it, I think.
Yeah. I wouldn't, like...
But interesting to hear.
I wouldn't do my pick on the first episode, I think.
That's why I was shocked.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
This is a high contender for me.
Mm-hmm. It is for me, too.
And I do think I like this movie more than 8th grade.
Yeah.
Which, two very different movies, but, like,
very different
I didn't
movies.
come into... Huh?
They're very different, yeah.
But I didn't come into that thinking that would be the case.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely grew on me more.
Mm-hmm.
But still not my favorite of the year, or, like, even...
Well, yeah, I know that.
Yeah, I know you know that.
I know your favorite.
So, anyways.
Your favorite is not the favorite. Okay.
All right.
I think that's all we have to say. We're almost going on like 3 hours here, so.
Damn. No one's listening to this.
Yeah.
You made it this far.
You made it this far. Hello, listener. I don't know if you have like a long commute or you're just like working a dumb job or you pack trucks or whatever.
Listening to podcasts on a dumb job.
Yeah. That's the life, man.
I can't imagine listening to my voice for 3 hours.
Yeah. Or
you've done it before, but...
Maybe you've been working out for 3 hours. That's a good job on you.
Hell yeah.
You put on this podcast and you're like, I'm gonna sit down and rest when I'm done this podcast. And we are going to... I forget what I was going to say.
Oh,
fuck. I took so long to say that.
It's okay.
I forgot. Okay. Awards for the favorite. Huge Oscar movie. I mean, we had to have a huge Oscar movie in the first episode, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So, at the Oscars, nominated for Best Picture, Director, Supporting Actress for Rachel Weisz and Emma Stone, Original Screenplay, Cinematography, Costumes, Editing, and Production Design. Should have gotten like a sound, hair and makeup, but it won. It won one award, and that was Olivia Colman for Best Actress. Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
It's a lot better than the Green Book. The Green Book.
Yeah.
It's a lot better than the movies that won.
Yes.
Like, much better.
Yes.
Fuck.
Better editing than Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian Rhapsody win? That's...
Yeah.
Fucking
I was thinking about this earlier. I think that year of the Oscars was the last bad year. Like, they've changed it up a lot.
They've gotten better.
Yeah, like, you look at...
I mean, at least, like, with what won.
Yeah, you look at the winners since, like, even Coda, which is, like...
Right.
It's a twee indie. It's a better winner than, like, Green Book.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Uh-huh.
But, have you seen it?
Wait.
Coda?
Sorry. No.
Coda?
I've not seen it. That's what I thought you said.
I'm gonna assume it's like a better movie than Green Book and Bohemian Rhapsody.
I'm sure it is, yeah.
But...
Get back to it.
Okay, yeah. But, yeah, I was saying, like, the Oscars are already, like, so much different now. Like,
yeah.
I thought to mention this before, but I didn't. I think 8th Grade would have gotten a few nominations, like, if...
I could see that.
If it was, like, released now, or if it was... Yeah, like, it is sort of the past lives of that year, a bit.
I could see screenplay.
Screenplay,
maybe actress.
Definitely. Maybe actress.
I don't know if they do that. I
think it would get, like, I think it would get, like, a picture nomination and, like, a screenplay nom.
Maybe not. Well, maybe now, yeah.
Yeah, now it would have, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, moving on to the BAFTAs. It did much better. Nominated for Picture, Director, Supporting Actress for Emma Stone, Cinematography and Editing. One Actress, Rachel Weisz for Supporting Actress. Original Screenplay, Production Design, Costumes, Hair and Makeup, good. And, of course, Outstanding British Film, which they have at the British Academy of Film and Television Awards, I think. Right? Yeah, I don't know. Golden Globes, nominated for Best Film, Comedy Musical, Supporting Actress, twice, and Screenplay, one for Actress. Like, Olivia Colman was just, like, sweeping these awards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have to leave at 3, by the way?
I don't have to leave at 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Continue.
But I probably have to leave as soon as we finish. Yeah. The final one is Indie Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Just one nomination, international film. Indie Spirit's weird.
Yeah.
This is barely an indie film. It's 20th Century Fox.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Are we done talking about our 3rd movies?
I think so.
We do have to do more.
Yes, we do. Okay.
So, it's pick time.
Yeah. You want to go first? What's your pick?
You go first. I want you to go first.
I have 2 options, though. Do you?
I have a few roaming around in my head, but I think I'm going to stick with one.
Okay, you go first, then.
No.
No, you go first.
My pick for the next episode.
What is it? What do I have to watch? What are you going to make me watch? Is it another awkward coming-of-age movie? Oh, it's just tell me what it is. Steven!
Yeah.
Wake up!
I'm up. My pick is Upgrade.
Awesome. Okay. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I know you haven't.
Yeah. I've seen a few clips here and there. Okay, I'm going to stick with my top pick then, because I want to go with... I want to start talking about, like, animation. Like, there's a lot of animated movies this year.
Damn it, maybe I should have gone with my other one. Okay, go.
Yeah, so I basically just picked a random one. Like, it isn't one of the major, like, I don't think it's even American. Uh-huh. Like, I'm just looking at it at the spreadsheet.
Okay.
What is it? Tell me if this is, like, one of the anime movies. Liz and the Blue Bird.
I don't know what the hell that is, Cindy.
Well, it's on the list, so we were going to talk about it anyway.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think it's, like, anime of some sort.
Let me look.
And it'll be nice to talk about some animation.
Oh, it is.
Yeah?
Can I switch my pick?
Oh my god. What's your other pick?
Can I switch it?
Sure.
We're doing Spider-Verse.
Oh my god. We're doing 2 animated movies?
Yeah.
Can I switch my pick then?
If you want to.
I don't know.
God.
Like,
I picked Spider-Verse because we got to do a bigger one. A bigger movie, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll pick a smaller movie.
You can pick any... What was your second...
My second pick was going to be Overboard. Like, one of those movies I just want to, like, get over with. It might be interesting.
Up to you. You know what? I'm sticking with... Yeah.
If you're sticking with Spider-Verse, I'm going to go Overboard. I
did Spider-Verse because you did an animated movie. So
well, I did an animated movie because you picked a live-action movie.
Motherfucker.
Okay. All right. Spider-Verse. We're doing Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. We are doing Overboard, the romantic comedy.
Oh, you motherfucker. All right,
and our third choice will be randomly selected by a wheel.
The wheel.
The wheel. Watch it. It's going to be Liz and the Blue Bird. It's going to be Upgrade.
It's going to be Overboard or some shit.
Yeah, if it's Overboard, we got to switch. Or we got to, like, spin again. Are you spinning it? I'm only looking at the back of your laptop.
I'm trying to connect my...
Oh, he's trying to connect. Okay. You can start
there we are. No. Pulling up the list.
Oh my god.
Ready, Cindy.
You're gonna make me cut that out.
Ready.
Okay.
Is everyone ready?
Steven will now spin the wheel. You can hear that on the mic, maybe. That wonderful sound effect. What are we looking at? What is it? Okay. What is it?
And our final movie for next week, or whenever that will
be. Back of your laptop.
Will be Mission Impossible Fallout.
Ooh, okay. That's a good...
Join us next time.
Yes. For Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Overboard.
For some fucking reason.
And Mission Impossible Fallout.
Thank you.
Thank you all for listening. Thank you, Steven, my wonderful co-host.
Where is this? Okay.
Yeah. Right.
Goodbye.
Yeah, let us never talk about Pacific Rim Uprising ever again.
God. I'll talk to you about it when this is over.
No. We talked about it enough.
All right.
Fade out, okay? Goodbye. Fade out. All right? God damn.
Dos por el scratch, 3 por los beats que no producen.